Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Steve Sipple live from Oklahoma City. Jake Sorensen studio. Bill Busch out today. We will all be tomorrow at the same spot where Sip's at right now, the Courtyard Marriott, downtown OKC, outside in about 60-degree weather before it gets up to 90 or the upper 80s. Sip, good morning. Can you hear me loud and clear? I assume you're in your hotel room from what I can tell at this point.
Yeah, I'm in my lovely suite.
Is it lovely?
It's beautiful. Okay, now hold on now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. You sound great.
Yeah. So I situated the camera so you can't see the bed, which you never want to see that. But no, we're good. Everything's good here in Oklahoma City. I got my coffee. You seem like you have it together today.
Well, I have to. I'm by myself. Bill is out. He's doing a speaking engagement this morning. We'll see him in OKC as well as you. And it's going to be great. I'm heading down after the show. We'll see Bill this evening down there. You're already down there, but give us a scoop. You get there about, 7:30 yesterday, Sip? 8 o'clock maybe?
Could I just make a quick correction here?
Please do. Yes.
Sure, Connor's there with you. You're not the only one there.
Connor is yes, right. Connor is here in the production room. You are correct. Connor is with me in studio, so you are right.
I'm deliberately cutting off my head because of the bald thing.
Don't you have a hat or something you can put on?
Yeah, I do. Should I do that? Hold on.
Yeah, you should. If you are so concerned about your head that we're going to see half your face, let's just put a hat on. Then we can see. There you go. Now you're good.
How about that?
There we go. That's better. Now we can see everything.
Yeah, you can. You got the whole show now.
Look, I got a hat on too. I got bald problems as well, so I just I'm with the hat. It fixes everything.
Hey, it's great here. I mean, it's the calm before the storm. I didn't see any Nebraska fans. I don't know that in this hotel. So we're at the Marriott.
Yes,
it's a Courtyard Marriott. It's a hotel I've stayed in many, many times. I'd say probably 20 nights here over the course of time. And I've told the people before, but we'll reiterate it. It's literally like 15 steps to the pay comp to the arena. You go out a side door and you're like there. It's an ideal situation for you, Bill. Or no, you're not going to be here, but for media.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, for media people, it's ideal. I think it's the headquarters of like tournament officials, various tournament officials. It's the media headquarters. I don't think there'll be a lot of fans in this hotel because of that. So it's quiet. It was quiet. Oh, except, oh my God.
Uh-oh. We have some chaos going on or what?
Well, it reminded me last night of like Memphis with all that. It's like a speedway outside the courtyard. It's like a speedway down here. I mean, I think what's happened is popular in this country right now to have those loud cars and they're roaring. They were roaring up until 1:30. Then you don't want to hear one every now and then, but it was like a raceway outside the building. It reminded me of Memphis that way. I mean, the grandkids call them Hellcats. I don't know. I think I could say that. Half of the stuff the grandkids say is inappropriate, but I think I could say that. But that, yeah, I was kind of freaked out by that last night.
Well, that's fine. At least your hotel is in the Bricktown area, right by the arena. You can't have everything perfect, so the sound of the loud cars is the one bugaboo. Otherwise, it sounds like it's a great place. And by the way, shout out to listener Brent Mankey, longtime breaker. He put out a tweet last night that showed a graphic of where we're going to be doing the show tomorrow. It's right by it's in the courtyard. So I have a promo going. I didn't want to be redundant and say the courtyard of the Courtyard Marriott. I said the outdoor patio. It's going to be under the gazebo in the Courtyard Marriott's Courtyard.
Are we marrying somebody? Somebody getting married? I think it's.
I don't believe so. I mean, I guess I don't have my license to marry anybody. If I did, that'd be kind of fun. We gotta talk about me doing a mortgage refi during the show. We could do a marriage during the show too if I had my license to marry, but I don't have that. I am not ordained, Sip. I am not ordained, sadly.
Oh, we do have a gazebo. I got to check this gazebo out.
Yeah, your job today after the show is just to walk out there, because I will be there at some point in late afternoon just to kind of scout it again. I've had many phone calls to the Courtyard. I've already been told by probably 8 to 12 breakers at minimum that they're going to show up either right at 6 a.m. or at some point in that early 6 o'clock hour. So we'll have a speaker also. It will not be turned up terribly loud so I don't wake up the people that are sleeping, but we will have a speaker out there. It'll be fun. And I even will have, Sip, for breakers that stop by. I don't have a ton of them, but I will have some three-legged stool T-shirts that we'll be giving away.
Okay, that's good.
Going up for the breakers. So we will get coffee at the hotel prior to the remote to our broadcast, and we will pump people up, hopefully, for what is going to be a great basketball game and a win for Nebraska.
My guess is we'll have at least a dozen breakers. Greg will be there. Greg will be there. Missing Tooth Greg will be there, I think, with his clan. So
that's before or after the Barry Switzer visit?
Okay, so caller Mike arranged this meeting with Barry Switzer that will take place after the game.
Okay.
Thursday. So it's around mid-afternoon. Undisclosed location. They obviously don't want me to say the location lest somebody else show up to this thing.
Sure.
So they, but my caller Mike, our longtime breakers would be familiar with Mike. He's a great caller. I mean, he's a very insightful Husker fan, and he arranged this meeting with Greg, Randy, Mike, and then another dude. They're gonna Switzer does this apparently. Like he'll meet with fans, and they're gonna do it after the game. Barry Switzer.
Well, this is not a roll call at all. It's not Friday, it's a Wednesday. But I am curious on the text line 402-464-5685. If number one, are you going to OKC? Number two, do you plan to stop by our remote? Because we want to see you. You don't have to be staying at the Courtyard Marriott to come watch. They keep telling me it's a public space. The Courtyard is for anybody. They have events out there all the time. You don't have to pay to broadcast out there. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to have the show. They've told me there's a power out there, so I'll bring my extension cord. We'll plug in. We will have a normal remote like we were at the Residence Inn back in July. Just like that. It's going to be great. So if you're going to be there, stop by. Please text or on the YouTube. Let us know, 464-5685. We hope to see you. We will have some three-legged stool T-shirts for you if you stop by before. And honestly, again, I know that we've talked about the ideal game time. Just if you're a consumer, is probably like in that 3 to 4 o'clock range, if not a night game. But it's pretty cool for the sake of our show that we essentially are a pregame show that day. We go till 9, game's 11:40. You're probably heading over pretty soon after the show's over to get in the arena. That's cool. I feel like that's awesome. We get the chance to be like the first pregame show of Oklahoma City for the NCAA tournament. That's cool.
Couldn't have worked out much better. Today's, it works out really well too. I'll go, not that you care about this, but it's,
Oh, we care.
No, after this show, I'm going right over to the arena. And Troy has its press conference at 10:40.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think their shoot around is prior. So I'll scout out Troy a little bit, and I'm assigned. I got to do like 3 interesting things about Troy for my writing of the day.
Good.
So
That's good. I will tell you, I've seen the head coach Scott Cross of Troy make the rounds on different networks recently this week. He seems like a cool guy. I think when you talk to him, this guy's he's pretty cool. He's not stiff. He's not boring. He's got some personality. So I'd like to know your personal interaction if you feel the same way about Scott Cross, the head coach of Troy, when you see him today around 10:40 a.m.
Does he seem like a guy who's headed to Georgia Tech by any chance?
I think there's a chance he is, but still he's got a job to do. Got to coach the Troy Trojans to their first ever tournament win, which we hope does not happen.
Then he's going to Georgia Tech, from what I hear.
That's what I hear as well. He's on his way to Atlanta, from Troy to Atlanta. Big move for Scott Cross, probably on the line there.
Yeah. Hey, Jake, I do think, I mean, honestly, that's what the talk is,
Yes. By the way, Robert in Oklahoma says he's going to be at the remote tomorrow morning. By the way, we're doing it Friday also, so come by Friday if you would like to. And then someone says, I will be there in the morning. This is unnamed texter, their first ever text the show. So that's now up to, I think, 12, 14 people that are going to show up for the remote broadcast tomorrow morning.
Hold it. Did somebody just say it was their first text to the show?
I'm looking at the text. I can see. I don't see any previous text from this person.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
Our text line. So their first text to us says, leaving late this afternoon. I'll be in OKC, and we will be there in the morning at the remote. Don't know the name of that person, but that's their first ever text to the show.
Okay, then that's excellent. Bill would appreciate that. Bill's not
people to build breakers. Bring your friends. If you're coming by, you know about it. What? There's no cost. This is the pregame to the pregame. It's gonna be great.
Right. Hey, maybe we can build some breakers that way too. By the way, think about that. We should build some breakers.
I hope so. That's our intention.
Yeah. What else in the way of idle chit chat today? When you come down, your weather chit chat's always good. It'll be 80 when you get here.
Wow.
I have the TV on in front of me. I know that's dangerous. I know that scares you when I say that because I get distracted.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I have it as a news mechanism. If I see news, I can share it with you. And I don't know. Everything was fine yesterday. It was kind of interesting because you left Lincoln. It was, I put on a hoodie under my winter coat. I was so cold. And then by the time we got down to, I don't know, seems like it was around Wichita when it was like, oh my God, it's 60. It was like 58, 60. So then you got closer and it was even a little warmer. So people are going to love that. What's it there today? What's it like there today?
The high today in Lincoln, I'm glad you asked. Right now, the temperature outside is 35. The high today is 74 in Lincoln.
Oh, God.
So it's going to feel like Oklahoma City later today. Now, it's going to be in the 30s until like 9 a.m. Then it really gets warm this afternoon. So great golf day if you are staying in Nebraska today. But, 74 degrees right now, 35 in Lincoln. So going to be a nice day here in town.
Okay, so you're not escaping anything necessarily, but just so people know what they're getting into. Yeah, I'm kind of hot right now. Oh, one interesting thing too. You'll notice that when you come to the courtyard, there's a huge convention center across from. This is idle chit chat.
Yes, it is.
Huge convention center. 2 years ago when we were here for the NBA game, right across from the courtyard downtown. It's no longer there. It's just a big dirt
down.
Yeah. See, then it's right across from Paycom. It's the Thunder Arena that Nebraska's playing in. They're building a new arena right there. So there's a massive construction project going on right there. They're building a new arena, and I don't know what they're turning Paycom into. The guy at the front desk at the Marriott felt like it was like going to be that was going to be maybe a convention area or something.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a huge hole where this convention center used to be.
I'm sure Bill will love seeing that.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Anyway,
for sure.
Yeah, that's sort of the report. We didn't get in here till, I don't know, I think we got in at 7. And by the time I got situated, it was 8. And then I had
a meal last night then.
Then you have to call home. And by the time you get done all your calls, it's 9. And then I was out. I studied for the show a little bit.
Good. No fancy meal last night though for you.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Pathetic. No, pathetic. It was pathetic.
Don't say that.
It was pathetic. I had a Arby's roast beef and a small Jamocha shake. I got to eat something good at some point today. I mean, that's not that bad. Don't get me wrong. I love Arby's, but I need something like something green, and some fruit.
When I think Oklahoma City, I think Arby's. I do. It just makes sense. Roast beef.
Well, that Arby's was in Wichita. It was in Wichita.
All right.
Gotcha. Yeah. I got to do better today.
That's all right. I believe you will. I know Sean has probably a good meal for you guys somewhere tonight. So
mahogany tonight.
He's always on top that. I just kind of go with the flow and say, I'll find a place to eat and I'll be happy with it. But I respect that in Sean. He's very much so planned out. His life is planned out, and I appreciate that about him.
Oh,
and he helped me with the hotel situation too. So
yeah, there's some funky Wi-Fi stuff that I'll have to talk you through here.
It's working well so far.
But yeah, I know. But Sean, like immediately last night, is like, hey, for your show purposes, you're gonna have to do this, this, and this to get on their Wi-Fi. It's a little tricky. So that he was good that way. And tonight, no, we're going to Mahogany tonight. It's a good steakhouse, so that'll be good.
I want to bring this up before we move on from Idle Chit Chat. Jeremy, unnamed texter chimes in and says, a group of 4 of us are leaving at 8:30 tonight. We're driving to Wichita to stay the night, getting up early to be in OKC, and we'll stop by the show. We got tickets by donating money to the Troy Booster Fund so we could get 100 level tickets for a good price. We'll be sitting in the Troy section, but we'll be wearing Husker jerseys. GBR Randy.
Bold.
That is brilliant.
Bold and brilliant. Wonder how they came to that. Like, wonder how.
No, that's just innovation. They checked it out, seeing what's open, what was possible, and they did it that way. So,
wow.
Okay, we have a phone call. Sip, I think you can hear this. Yeah, this is our good friend Bill Busch on the line. Bill, good morning. Are you ready for OKC?
OKC, I'm excited about the Arby's report.
It was horrifying.
Well, that's what Sip does. It's simplicity, Bill. This is not a surprise to anybody.
I need something good.
I like the energy of the show. Has there been any discussion at all that it's not too late? If somebody is still listening and on the fence or the bubble or concerned if they should be en route today, that it's not too late. It's fine. Get the kids out of school, call in sick to work, fake an injury, whatever it takes. Get down to OKC.
There's got to be hotels, and I checked last night too, just for the sake of it. There's tickets. Tickets are coming down in price. I mean, if you sit in the 300 level, you could get a ticket for like $70. That's not bad to watch potential history. Down below, still very pricey. You have to pay for that. But if you're in the arena for this, you're in the arena for history. So $75 is not that much to pay for that for a tournament game.
No, not at all. And also that my take on it is that we kind of said, hey, if we're going to OKC, we're going to sell it out.
Yep.
So we can't have a situation where it's like, yeah, I was going to sell it out, but then I end up going to a brunch instead back in Ogallala. So I didn't make it down. So you have to be there. So I don't want to hear a bunch of excuses about the basketball team and never winning one when you've got a 4 seed this close. So it needs to be packed up, and we need to go.
Yeah.
And you heard him. And again, I said there are plenty of tickets available. Whatever people think it's sold out. I mean, yes, there's a lot of tickets that have been purchased, but there are tickets available. Ticketmaster, StubHub, you will find them. So don't give that as the excuse of, they're sold out. No, they're not. I won't buy that. So,
Steve, will you talk directly to Fred today at all?
No, I won't. In fact, I'm assigned to Troy. I have to write 3 interesting things about Troy. That's my assignment, and I'll probably. And it's not the perfect situation. Not terrible. It's fine for me. I'll just listen to that and then just kind of like trot back to the courtyard into my room and write that. Then I got to do another show, a Husker Online show. So that's kind of my day. I probably won't even see Nebraska. Maybe see them a little bit, but I'll watch their conference on YouTube or something like that.
SIP is going to scout out the courtyard. We get the gazebo, Bill, outside tomorrow morning. We already have like 15, 16, 17 breakers that say they're stopping by. I hope it's more than that. Could have 30 to 50. Why not have 100 out there? So he's going to
when we get the number to 100, can the breakers please check in? Because everyone's going to be down there today.
Absolutely.
With that early morning tip, there's no one going down later. So we have that. We've got to top 100 it should just be mayhem in the courtyard tomorrow.
Mayhem in the courtyard.
We're going to wake people up because it's game day. No sleeping in. 6 a.m., you're all up with us. Come outside and let's get ready for the day.
Is there any chance, I wonder, maybe I can reach out to Nicole Swigert. Can we get maybe a small version of the band to stop by. I'm sure the band will be there. Can we get anyone from the band to stop by the live remote? I wonder, because I'd like to hear a tuba tomorrow. If you heard a tuba, everything changes.
Well, I think you should check in with Nicole. I'd be awesome. We would be all in favor of someone from the band or just the band in general stopping by. We want to make this a pep rally of sorts before the other pep rally. You have all sorts of pep rallies all day long.
Yeah, if it's just
even if you're not with the band. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm just going to say, even if you're not with the band and you own a tuba, still show up. That would be awesome too.
Yeah. I mean, even if there's 3 tuba players there, it's fine. I mean,
yeah. We can, if they're unaffiliated tuba players, would be welcome.
Mm-hmm. You don't even have to be a Nebraska fan.
just have some skill.
Not at all. If there's high school kids who want to come down and play the tuba, that would be incredible.
And whatever song they want to play, you don't have to have a Nebraska song. Just play whatever you want to play.
Yeah, and we don't need to cap it at 3 either. If we have 13 there, it'd be great.
No. Always thinking that's always you. Yeah, I said 3 and I capped it, and that was dumb. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, we don't want to cap that.
No, that'd be nice to have at least 3 at there. But it's gonna be fun tomorrow morning, 6 to 9. Also, we'll be there on Friday. So hopefully Friday it's a celebration of a win from Thursday, and it's even more fun down there where we're talking about, hey, now we're prepping for the round of 32. We've got the monkey off our back. Everything's pretty stress-free today. That's what I hope we're doing Friday is just a stress-free, happy remote celebration and looking forward to Vanderbilt or McNeese in the round of 32 on Saturday. But that's obviously a hope. No guarantee.
All right. I want to check in. I'll be driving down later in the day, so fired up about that. I got to try to get Steve. I might have to use you in Austin to see how I obtain my credential because it's going to be a little tight. I'm picking that up, but I'll talk to Austin about that today.
Okay.
And I'll be en route later on in the day to hopefully see you guys maybe tonight prior to make sure I know where everything's at for tomorrow morning.
Yes.
We will be reunited in Oklahoma. This will be our first trip, our first live report out of state.
Oh God!
All together, right. We have never done it out of state altogether. You are correct, Bill.
We've never crossed state lines before as a team.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay. I haven't thought about that, but this is a landmark event.
It is a landmark. And you know what?
Landmark event.
It's a perfect event for the landmark for Nebraska in the NCAA tournament in Oklahoma City. So that's why we had to do it.
Which is bigger history, isn't it?
All right, Bill. We'll see you. See you later. Bill Busch, gone.
Which is bigger history? Us doing a first show together, Nebraska beating Troy. Troy, by the way, Jake Troy, I see on ESPN, 7% chance to make the round of 32. I didn't see Nebraska.
Who makes those odds, though? That is, you're talking Nebraska's a 93% chance of winning this game. That seems high for a 4 versus a 13.
That doesn't seem high to me.
Okay. Let's go back. Okay. Hang on. This is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at 738 Ag. They don't guess, they game plan using soil tests and field data and more. Please learn. Go to 738agllc.com to learn more about 738 Ag Joey in Bertrand. All right. So let's go back. Monday, you seemed pretty confident about Nebraska. Then you did some, you watched some video on Troy. You weren't as confident. And now you're saying that ESPN is saying Nebraska a 93% chance to win tomorrow. And you're buying that. You believe that.
Yeah.
The video.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, Jake. Okay. I'm not suggesting that it's going to be an easy game. Okay. I think there'll be points of the game that will be difficult, and there'll be some tension. I'm not suggesting that Nebraska will just roll Troy. I think in the end it'll be double digits. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go too far with this conversation because I've been wrong a lot this year. It's irritating to people, but yeah, I mean, I've looked at Troy. I've listened to a lot. You know, Robin. If you ride 7 hours in a car with Robin Washut, you learn a lot, and. Yeah, I do. I like Nebraska. Now, there's a big picture. There's a big picture reason I like them that we haven't talked about, and that is a place like Nebraska. Jake, you understand the advantages like the Nebraska athletic department has over Troy, right?
Yes.
Like in terms of nutrition, strength training,
money in general.
Yeah, money in general. I mean, you just look at Troy. The players aren't quite as big and strong. They're you can kind of see it. I think a guy like Burke will he'll look a little different in this game than he does in Big Ten games. Just that sheer size. I think he and Rink are big in this game because they're guys that are good, or they're bigger guys, but they're not that big. They're 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", and they're not the kind of the guys that you see at Michigan that walk out there like, they don't look like Yaxel Lindeberg or Johnson, Mortez. Is it Morez Johnson? They don't look like that. So I think there's a big picture advantage. Nebraska, just strength training, nutrition, overall, just being a part of an athletic department in a Power 4 conference, a well-moneyed one. I think there's that. And I go back to what I said before. I don't think Troy will operate well in the half court against Nebraska. We probably don't talk about Nebraska's defense enough. Their coach, though, their coach mentioned it. That they're better defensively than they are offensively. And I think Nebraska's half court defense will really cause problems for a team like Troy.
I want to bring this up because this is a point that's, I think, important to know, that like go back to examples of the past, like when St. Peter's, a 15 seed, beats Purdue, a 2 seed, or when UMBC beats Virginia. Like they probably had these similar odds, if not higher odds, of Virginia winning that game, like 99%. But the problem is that you might beat that team 99 times out of 100, but it might be the one time that they actually play the game is when the upset happens. So this is not me trying to scare Nebraska fans. On paper, Nebraska should beat Troy 8 or 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Make sure that this team shows up. If they show up, they win the game.
Yeah.
You can't control Troy making a bunch of threes. That's, that if they're hot, they're hot. But if this goes by paper, which games don't always go by paper, Nebraska should win. But as Fred said the other day, we have to control our emotions. If you don't control your emotions, it'll be a very short trip in Oklahoma City and a disappointing loss again.
Yeah. I mean, it would be no fun for us to have a show or talk sports if we knew the result every time.
You're right. That's why it's the best drama in the world. Live sport.
Yeah, I don't want to know for sure that Nebraska's going to win. Yeah, there's a chance that Troy comes in here, super hot. Nebraska's clanking threes, and here we go. They're down 7.5. Now what? That type of thing, and that could happen. But Nebraska's been a good second half team, so I don't know. I think that they'll get this done. And again, I just got to keep harping on the underlying reason for me is defense. I think and Jake, you know what? I'm glad you raised what you did. You can control that part. You can't always control how you shoot the ball. Sometimes it's just not going in. You shoot it pretty well. It's still just going around and out or whatever. It's just not your day. The defensive part you can control all the time. And if I were Fred, all these uncontrollables, they're attached to a tournament like this, but you can control how you go out there and play defense.
100%. And Nebraska, like you said, is a great defensive team. And
mm-hmm.
I think people get freaked out about when they're trying to think about all the negatives. Oh, this game, Troy's got a bunch of 6'8", 6'9" guys. Okay, it is still a Sun Belt team. These are not a bunch of guys from the SEC or the Big Ten or ACC. They're playing good basketball. Right. Still a 20-plus win team, and they won their conference. That's great. But you have played Big Ten teams for 3 months straight. And these are teams, the majority of the Big Ten teams, not all of them, the majority are better than Troy. And you have beaten the majority of Big Ten teams, besides the upper echelon, the elite teams in the conference. So Troy does not really stack up like Michigan and Wisconsin and Iowa. No. They don't. So if you play your game and play to what you're capable of, you should win this game. I'm not going to say easily, but you should win somewhat comfortably based on those parameters.
Yeah. you just, the intangible elements of the discussion are the ones that keep you from going all in, right? Like, I mean, the pressure part. I mean, there is pressure on Nebraska. I wonder how much they feel that. I don't know. It's hard to tell. How would we know? I was struck by Sam talking at Sean's Husker football event at St. Michael's a few weeks ago, that he and Rink are roommates, and they talk about all the time, this is their last chance to win an NCAA tournament game. So it's not like they don't talk about it. It's not like a taboo subject. I actually took that as a good thing. Okay, good. You should be able to talk about it. You know me, I don't like believe in all that jinx stuff. I don't believe in, I don't know, like if a guy's got to know it, don't say anything. I don't believe in that. So I was glad that Sam said that, Sam Hoiberg, that, yeah, me and Rink talk about all the time, this is our last chance. All right, good. You go make it happen. I think they will.
And these guys are already going to be going to go down as legends with this, for Nebraska basketball in history. If they win a game, they solidify, hey, whenever they come back for a random game, whether it's just those guys or they come back for the team event, it's going to be the most epic ovation ever. Because also, they could be the foundation for what this program becomes. I'm not going to say the early years of Fred were the foundation for what it's become. That was rough for Nebraska. But Sam Hoiberg, Rink Mast, absolutely foundations for a program you hope under Fred becomes a consistent tournament team. And we're talking about right now, so this is the 9th time Nebraska's ever made the tournament. Ever. Fred Hoiberg will have made 2 of those himself. Why can't he over the next 5 years make 4 or 5? Well, you could set the foundation for what Nebraska basketball can be and should be, which this group's done a great job of no matter what happens on Thursday.
Yes, they have. I think but Jake, I mean, I think I'd be remiss not to add to the conversation. How do you look at this season if they don't win Thursday? I mean, I think it changes it pretty dramatically.
Well, it's still they still finished as the 2 seed in the Big Ten, which had 9 bids and several teams that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seeds in the dance. So a great showing in a great year for the upper echelon of the conference. So yeah, I mean, obviously it puts a major damper on it, but this is the cherry on top, and it's a big cherry. It's a massive cherry for Nebraska.
Oh, it has to. You got to make it. I mean, I think we see this a little differently. I don't look at like as a bonus win. I look as you got to win this game. I mean, you got to. This is just. We do look at this a little differently. Interestingly, good. I'm glad.
I don't know if
the NCAA tournament. The NCAA tournament set Nebraska up. The committee, it gave them this chance. It's almost like they said, Nebraska, here you go, get this done now.
Get the win.
We didn't send you to Portland. We didn't send you to San Diego. We could have. We gave you an opponent that's manageable, and do it now. That's kind of the way I see this. Nebraska got taken care of pretty well.
Yeah, I guess I probably misspoke. I think this game means the world to Nebraska. It's probably not the cherry.
Right, it's not the cherry on top.
But it's still, if you look at they're 26-6. It has been an unbelievable year.
100%.
It would be a terribly disappointing way to lose. And since really December, when we knew this is a team going to make a run, make the dance, it has been all about winning that first game and getting that monkey off your back. But I cannot still say if they were to lose that, oh my God, what a terrible season. They were picked 14th and they went 26-6 to finish second. This is not me trying to to try to, already predict a loss and say this thing's over. I think they're going to win, but we can't just say that if they lose, the season was a lost cause and bad. Disappointing ending, but still a great season. And I think it is incredibly important to win this game Thursday in saying that.
Yeah, I agree. It wouldn't take away from what they did. The way I look at what they did is they put themselves in this position. Now, okay, you've put yourself in this position. Now, advance. See, I think we do look at it a little differently. I don't look at it like, and I always look at things differently. It seems like people, but get Troy, but I think you can get Vandy or McNeese State too. I think you got to look at this like, oh, we got this monkey off our back, but that can't be the end all be all. this is a good Nebraska team.
Yes.
It can keep advancing. I mean, if I were Fred, I'd almost shield Nebraska from the conversation of, oh God, this is it. They finally got the monkey off their back. Well, yeah, that's great. But man, we got another game Saturday and and come on now, whoever they play, whichever of those teams, you're going to give them at least a 50% chance to win. So I look at it more like, how far can they go? You know, and I guess the way I look at the regular season is they put themselves in a prime position by playing well.
Yeah, I'd say this too. This means nothing to you or anybody, but I have been doing some research on the next opponent. I think there's a great chance McNeese beats Vanderbilt in the 12-5. I mean, Vanderbilt's playing good basketball, don't get me wrong, but you always see a couple of those each year, a 13 over 4, 11 over of 6, obviously 12 over 5. McNeese is tough. McNeese has been there before. Vanderbilt is not always a tournament team. They've been down the last couple of years. They have certainly been good in years under Kevin Stallings in the past, the previous coach there. But I don't know. I have a weird feeling about McNeese over Vanderbilt, and that would put Nebraska against potentially McNeese in round 2.
Well, wouldn't that be interesting? And Jake, I've done this show for you for a decade or so. Yeah. You like to pick those upsets.
I did. And I should say, last year in the ticket, by the way, our ticket bracket challenge is still open through until I think 11 a.m. on Thursday. I believe out of like 380 people, I was 362nd last year. So you don't always take my advice in the bracket because I do love picking upsets. And some year, Sip, it's going to work out where I pick them right. It has not been recently.
Yeah, you don't like it.
Weird feeling about over Vanderbilt.
I don't say I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me to hear that. Both you and Seth have spoke highly of McNeese. So we'll see on that one. I don't know. I haven't looked at him yet. I haven't even looked at him yet. I want to get a good look at Troy.
You should. Yeah, look at the team you play for sure. Round 1. You can spend Friday or the rest of Thursday afterwards scouting Vanderbilt or McNeese. But don't worry about that right now, Sip. You focus on Troy. You're writing about Troy at 10:40 today.
I was assigned to write about Troy today. It's fine.
Behind enemy lines.
Mm-hmm. By Steve Sipple.
Before we get to break, I know you're not here, Sip, and you can't go there, but if you were in Lincoln and hungry for breakfast, brunch, or lunch in downtown Lincoln, where would you tell the Breakers to go this morning?
The Bird.
Early Bird's open right now at 19th and K with free and spacious parking. It's open from 6:30 to 2 p.m. every day of the week. We're talking breakfast tacos, breakfast nachos, waffles, French toast, pancakes, and the world famous hash holes.
Hash holes.
Hash holes. Stop by today at Early Bird at 19th and K in downtown Lincoln. When we come back and look at last night's first 4 games, and also I got a quick baseball update for you, Sip. And it's good. Next, our early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
If the week's been too hectic to even think about dinner, or your family can't handle one more night of leftovers, then it's time to let Hog Wild do the cooking. Hog Wild's family packs are one heck of a good deal for a complete barbecue meal loaded with all the smoked meats, tasty sides, buns, and sauces you need to feed your family. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
In communities like ours, local relationships still matter. At Insight Partners, we believe we are better together. That's why insurance agencies across the Midwest have joined Insight Partners to better serve local customers and communities with all their insurance needs. From personal to commercial or specialty insurance, your local Insight Partners team is here to help protect what matters most. Insight Partners, better together. Learn more at myInspartners.com.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Looking to get a room downtown or near South Lincoln? Abe Lincoln would tell you no to the Ford Theater and yes to Lincoln Hotel. Save up to 40% off downtown Lincoln prices with a nice clean room and comfortable stay. Lincoln Hotel is locally owned and offers a day pass to the city's largest locally owned gym, Good Life Fitness. Long-term stays are available. You can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
Good morning, Breakers. This is Scott Miller from Midwest Bank. When I recently joined Midwest Bank, I was immediately impressed by our exceptional service. My first customer made the switch from a large corporate bank and didn't have to wait in line or call a 1-800 number. We treated him like family. He now visits the bank just to say hello. While other banks go corporate, we stay Nebraska. Visit us at midwest.bank or drop by a branch today. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Where there's smoke, there's flavor, and there's plenty of it at the Smokehouse at Super Saver and Russ's Market. Award-winning old world recipes made in Lincoln since 1984 with many flavors of smoked sausage and brats to choose from. The Smokehouse is something special for every season: brats and sausages for the grill, beef sticks and beef jerky for snacking, and smoked salmon, smoked turkey, or smoked hams for your holiday feast. Stop by the Smokehouse at Super Saver and Russ's Market today to fulfill your search for real flavor.
Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice for Truck Month. Check out 0% financing with approved credit on all F-150s excluding Raptor. Or save up to $11,000 off MSRP on select 2025 SDX and XLT models in stock. Check out many service specials as well. $20 rebate on the Works package or up to $50 off new brakes and rotors. Maverick, Ranger, Super Duty, F-150, or Bronco. It's Truck Month at Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
The wait is over. It's Truck Month at Anderson Ford, which means big selection and even bigger savings on Ford F-150s. Like lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for only $195 per month. The truck that's built to work hard and play hard. Another reason you'll experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008409. Previous service letter. $195 per month for 36 months, 7,500 miles per year, 8,500 with tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Take your operation to the next level. Right now at Landmark Implement, take advantage of special financing on model year 2019 through 2025 John Deere tractors, sprayers, and combines. Take advantage of a 12-month fixed interest waiver, followed by John Deere Financial standard rates, or choose from multiple split rate offers with approved credit. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
One last night, one legendary career. On April 4th at 7 p.m., Love Nebraska hosts Love Austin at Baxter Arena, and it marks the final home match of Olympic gold medalist Jordan Larson's career. From world championships to unforgettable runs in Nebraska, she's defined excellence at every level. Now she shares the court one final time at home against an Austin squad ready to compete. It's more than a matchup. It's a farewell to a Nebraska icon and global trailblazer. Be there to witness history on April 4th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets now at lovneb.com/tickets.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and at ticketfm.com.
Now, I know you opted for Arby's last night, Sip, which is great. We love Arby's. But if you were in Lincoln and looking for some great snacks, some great food for March Madness, I would probably tell people, number one, to join us at Buffalo Wings and Rings Thursday and Friday. But if you can't do that, if you want food today, go see our friends at Super Saver, the Smokehouse, Sip, award-winning recipes. They've been in competitions across the world and have won them for beef steaks, beef jerky. They've got great food for your Easter parties, turkey, or your get-togethers, turkey, ham, everything. Super Saver, the Smokehouse. If you want award-winning meat, Super Saver or Rush's Market, and you won't be disappointed by the options at the Smokehouse. Since 1984, oh, by the way, in operation.
Yeah. I need to go there.
You should.
I need to go there, and you can go there then. Super Saver has that fabulous deli in the corner. There's a lot you can do there. I bought a plant at Super Saver the other day.
They had plants there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jake. When you walk in, that Super Saver on, there's a Super Saver on over by the old station, so 48th. And
yeah, of course. Oh.
Yeah. If you walk in, you go in, you go to the right. You got to go, they kind of shuttle you to the right. And then when you make the turn left, there's a bunch of plants right there. And they're little plants. They're easy to manage plants. So I kind of had to leave that plant behind, but I think it'll be okay while I'm gone.
I think you'll be all right. By the way, one most thing, they have Polish dogs. That's the OG. That's their best thing they have, the Polish dogs at the Smokehouse. Brats, Red Hot, spinach and Asiago chicken, andouille, snack sticks, jerky, turkey drumsticks, and pig ear dog chews for bullet. Sip. It's home with a $10 Polish party pack. Their top selling item for the grilling season and game days. Award-winning stuff at the Smokehouse, Super Saver, and Russ's Market. You can't get that today in Oklahoma City, but when you come back, stop by, load up.
Yes. Be back be back Sunday.
Yeah.
Be back Sunday.
And you're planning a trip for the Sweet 16. We're just putting that out there. That's going to happen. Before we get to last night's basketball, a quick update. Some good news and some bad news in the baseball world, Sip. Good news, Nebraska wins last night over Wichita State. I believe the score is 8-1. That's 10 straight wins for Nebraska baseball, Sip. 10 straight. This one at Wichita, again, final score 8-1. They will play today, probably with a lot of Husker fans there, 2 p.m. 8-1, 15-5 the record, 10 straight wins for Will Bolt's crew. That's a big deal.
Yeah, Cooper Katsky.
Yes,
strong on the mound. No, that's apparently a pretty good Wichita State team. They're 15-7. I wonder how many Nebraska fans were there. I wonder how many will be there today.
I would guess more today, but I'm watching some video. It wasn't a huge crowd. I see a lot of red in the crowd last night for what was a small crowd, but 8-1 Nebraska baseball wins. Also, if you care about at all the World Baseball Classic, the USA did lose last night 3-2 into Venezuela. So Venezuela wins the WBC. The USA gets second pointing. But I think you take a Nebraska win over Wichita as a consolation prize to the loss to Venezuela.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Will's team's on a heater. They're on a heater.
They are. Now, last night, we did see the NCAA tournament begin. And I would tell you what, I did not watch much of these at all, but Both games were actually pretty good last night in the tournament. In the 16 seed matchup, Howard, the Bison, of course, we know now, beat UMBC. So no magic this year from UMBC as a 16 seed. 86-83 came down to the wire. And then in the game that, the 11 seed game, which always, you sometimes see an 11 seed make a little run after the first four. Texas, buzzer beater Sip, takes down NC State 68-66. Longhorns advance in the bracket.
So Howard advances to play Michigan, and
Texas will play BYU. AJ DeBonza versus Texas.
Yes. So there's and you know what, Jake? Now listen, I didn't double check this, but I don't think I was able to watch these because this hotel doesn't have True TV.
Well, good thing I think most people there will be at the game.
Right.
Because Nebraska does play on True TV at 11:40 a.m. on Thursday.
Yeah, it could. Somebody could correct me on this, but I whipped through the channels, and I don't think I have True TV. We don't have True TV at this hotel, so I just settled in and watched the Bucks and Cavs. How about that?
That's fun. You watch ball. You're preparing for, it's different level, NBA versus college, but at least you were watching something of the sport.
Yeah. Cavs beat the Bucks. They beat the Bucks 8 of the last 9. That can't be good. I mean, they have to be kind of like rivals, Cleveland and Milwaukee, proximity,
Could be rivals.
But anyway, yeah, there you go. Howard
86,
UMBC 83.
Yes, 86-83 at Howard over UMBC, and Texas beats NC State 68-66. They'll play BYU tomorrow. The other games tonight, we got two more. We got Prairie View and Lehigh in the 16 matchup. That's at 5:40, also on True TV, Sip. And the game a lot of people are curious about, 31-1 Miami of Ohio plays 11 seed SMU. That's at 8:15 on True TV. Do you want to guess the spread of 31-1 Miami of Ohio versus 20-13 SMU of the ACC?
I'm gonna say SMU. SMU's favored by 5 and a hook.
You are nearly dead on. 6 and a hook. SMU favored over Miami of Ohio tonight.
That game does have some appeal. I don't think I'll be watching it.
That's okay.
That's okay.
You're preparing. We got a busy morning tomorrow with basketball and the remote broadcast, so it's fine.
And so Nebraska fans are getting ready right now, probably to roar down here.
And thank you to the texter. Yes, don't forget. Also, I mentioned Nebraska baseball today at 2 p.m. Husker women in the play-in game, the first four, will play Richmond today at 6 o'clock, ESPN2.
That's on tonight. God dang. It's all coming fast, It's on us, Jake. The madness is on us now.
So I'm confused. Now, we went back and forth on this the other day. This game is at Cameron Indoor Stadium. It does say this is the Sacramento Regional.
Yeah, but they play Nebraska. If they win, they will stay in Durham.
And they'll play Baylor.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
It should be on Friday.
Yeah, I jacked that up, but no, they stay there. They don't have to travel and play. No.
Huskers 4.5-point favorites against Richmond tonight. 6 p.m. on ESPN2. I did not watch any of the 8 NIT games last night either.
I had Davidson, Oklahoma State on. Oklahoma State won that game. You could go through the scores. I will tell you this. I was struck by how few people were there at Oklahoma State.
Why were you struck by that? It's the NIT.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I always kind of look at things in the context of Nebraska. And if Nebraska plays an NIT game, they've been well attended.
They have.
I'll even go back to when they were playing with the red, white, and blue ball. My God, they would come close to selling out the Devaney Center, Jake. So it's in the context of that. No, the NIT is a different tournament then. It was much more prestigious in America than it is now. That's why I was surprised.
That game you watched, Oklahoma State won 84-80 over Davidson. I don't really care about the rest of these games, so I'm not going to go through. But it was games.
Wow, just a big swipe at the NIT.
It is. It is a big swipe there, basically. Auburn did win. They beat South Alabama 78-67. So the 1 seed overall advances in the NIT. I'm sure their fans are thrilled about that in the post Bruce Pearl era with his son Steven running the show there. Go ahead.
Yeah, they were down at halftime.
Well, they won by 11. When we come back, the mailbag and song of the day next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Where there's smoke, there's flavor, and there's plenty of it at the Smokehouse at Super Saver and Russ's Market. Award-winning old world recipes made in Lincoln since 1984 with many flavors of smoked sausage and brats to choose from. The Smokehouse has something special for every season: brats and sausages for the grill, beef sticks and beef jerky for snacking, and smoked salmon, smoked turkey, or smoked hams for your holiday feast. Stop by the Smokehouse at Super Saver and Russ's Market today to fulfill your search for real flavor. One last night, one legendary career. On April 4th at 7 p.m., Love Nebraska hosts Love Austin at Baxter Arena, and it marks the final home match of Olympic gold medalist Jordan Larson's career. From world championships to unforgettable runs in Nebraska, she's defined excellence at every level. Now she shares the court one final time at home against an Austin squad ready to compete. It's more than a matchup. It's a farewell to a Nebraska icon and global trailblazer. Be there to witness history on April 4th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets now at lovbneb.com/tickets.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at grazinggouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Early Break is hitting the road to the NCAA tournament in Oklahoma City. Join me, Jake Sorensen, Steve Sipple, and Bill Busch from 6 to 9 a.m. in the outdoor patio area of the Courtyard Marriott in downtown OKC on both Thursday and Friday. Come down and hang out to start the day before Nebraska plays Troy on Thursday, and then join us on the off day on Friday as well. Early Break's trip to OKC is made possible by Sandhills Careers, who is growing in Lincoln. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today.
When you or someone you know has been seriously injured and you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will fight for the justice you deserve in court to get the very best possible outcome. Trust the compassionate and hardworking attorneys at Liberty Law Group when you need an attorney in Nebraska or Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Good morning, Breakers. This is Scott Miller from Midwest Bank. When I recently joined Midwest Bank, I was immediately impressed by our exceptional service. My first customer made the switch from a large corporate bank and didn't have to wait in line or call a 1-800 number. We treated him like family. He now visits the bank just to say hello. While other banks go corporate, we stay Nebraska. Visit us at midwest.bank or drop by a branch today. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We have an incredible day on tap here around the Lincoln area. We'll get up to 73 for a high temperature, plenty of sunshine, just a couple of high thin clouds and a light westerly wind. Tonight, partly cloudy, 43 for your low, and then 78 sunny tomorrow, and then sunny and low 80s on Friday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Downa for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music
he
choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah.
Song of the day, How Do You Like Me Now by Toby Keith from 1999, 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text rating, the Starter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
When I took off the 10.
Jake?
Alarm clock starts ringing. Who could that be?
Once again, Song of the Day from 1999. How Do You Like Me Now by Toby Keith. We're going to his bar at some point, Oklahoma City, 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Texture rating on the Starter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
I heard like 0.7 seconds of that song. How Do You Like Me Now?
Yes. You know that song, right? You're aware of that song by Toby Keith?
Yeah,
the
of
late,
course.
great Toby Keith?
Yeah, and Toby Keith has a place here, right?
He does. It's on the Riverwalk down there.
I guess. I don't know. We passed it last night coming in. I'm going to tell you something, Jake. Well, it was Tuesday night, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. The parking lot was full. It was full. I was shocked. Like, there's two things that freaked me out last night. That Toby Keith on a Tuesday night, the parking lot was full or close to full, and I didn't know Gillies was still around. There's like Gillies. Gillies. You know that bar that was?
I don't think I know Gillies.
It's like a country. It's like where you and Elizabeth would want to go to country line dance or country dance. Mickey Gillies' place. So yeah. Anyway, that song, I can have it in my mind. I know the song, so I can rate it. And I heard a first 0.3 seconds of it, and then 0.7 at the end. How Do You Like Me Now? I give that a 7.4.
Okay. Do you want to guess Connor's score on that, please?
Okay, I'm in Bill's role at this point.
Yes, you are.
Bill Busch not with us today. He's alive.
He is alive. Thank you for saying that. Yeah,
he's still with us.
In OKC with us.
Yeah. Connor likes that song. He gave it an 8.0.
900. He says RIP second or third favorite Toby Keith song for the late great Toby Keith. RIP. I remember, this is a side story. I was in Las Vegas with Jay Foreman for the Super Bowl for a week 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I woke up, and Swim was in here for the full week with you and Bill, and I woke up to terrible news that Toby Keith has passed. I'm like, man, that's no way to start off my Super Bowl Radio Row week. That sucks. It's just devastating. I was very sad.
What a life you've had, though. Super Bowls and
I didn't go to the actual game. I was just at Radio Row and departed Saturday, so I missed the weekend festivities. But I was there for Radio Row.
Well, that's something.
Ratings here before we move to the mailbag. Let's go to YouTube first because why not? Husker GI 8, Justin Hickman 8-8, Brandon 9-5, love you some Toby. Wishing Was Fishing 925, CL Porter 7-2, Red Room 1. Ouch. Let's see here. Rashad, that's Makai Nelson's father, gives it a 7.
Okay.
Randy 8-3, different Randy. Charlie 6-8, BWD 8-9, Albert 7. Let's go to the text line now. Jennifer and hubby 6 and a 5.5. We aren't huge country music fans. That's fine. They give high scores usually. Wet Blanket, no score there. Robert 878. John Lincoln 8. Fritz and Lincoln 5-6. Houston, man, he's got high scores this week. 8-9 from Houston. Houston's in the threes.
Yeah.
Mike and Dalton 9. Vernon Dakin says Toby 9. American Nightmare 10. Denny in Moville says 10 all day long. Jake, good pull on that one. Kyle and Hooper 9-1. Jeremy and Lincoln 1 out of 10. Nothing great about it. We're going to a city. Jeremy, he has a bar in Oklahoma City. Another theme for the great Toby Keith.
I think it's a restaurant, isn't it? And a bar.
It's a restaurant bar, but yeah, it's Toby Keith's place.
Not just a little corner bar.
I intend to go there at some point and either get a beer or meal or something.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It's close. It's really close by the hotel.
Gavin Pender 8-2. Tater's been low on scores. Goes 8-5. Pretty good, Jake, on that one. John in Omaha 7. Painful 1 from Jane and Wahoo.
Painful.
Sanderson 9-7. Chase B 9.9. Stan Bennett 9-1. GBR. And Brad from Baldwin 7. Active Duty Husker 7. Song of the day is How Do You Like Me Now by the late, great Toby Keith, who will have a full bar and restaurant this weekend with all the Husker fans and other fans going to OKC. It is time. We have different music today because you were on the stream I usually use SIP for music. So I'm going to use our former CBI update music, our Chariots of Fire music today for Mailbag. How's that sound to you?
That sounds great.
Okay, let's get to it. Mailbag. Here we go. The Mailbag is sponsored by our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. They manage all things IT. and cybersecurity with all 93 counties in the state using Applied Connect. 99.8% retention rate, SIP, and free consultation to you at appliedconnective.com. Let's go to the bag. First up, we have Michael in Oklahoma says this. Good morning. I, like many other Husker fans, purchased my Session 1 tickets immediately after the first incorrect tip time was released. Has there been another time that the university media got from a troll account you can recall, Sip?
Did the university media get got?
There was a post that did say at one point from the official website did say
You're
that.
kidding me.
No.
They got.
Short.
Okay, Michael, that's Michael, by the way, now in Oklahoma. Michael used to be in Hawaii. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. To answer Michael's question, no. I've never heard of that. And that is, now that you're telling me that, Jake, that's startling to me. That Nebraska got.
Well, I didn't see it officially. I did see posts, like a screenshot that Nebraska, it came from the official place. They did post, at least for a short while, that. So I don't want to put anybody down in a bad spot about why it happened. But I did see there was a release at some point that did mention that game time.
I don't think you're putting anybody in a bad spot. I mean, it's easy to get got right now in this world. It really is. Like, holy God, Jake, I am skeptical of anything I read right now. I don't know what's real and what's not half the time. So everybody should just tune in to Early Break because they know we're real.
Yes, we keep it real on this show.
You can't AI our show
no,
and duplicate it or replicate it. You can do a lot of weird crap on AI. We'll get to that later.
Okay, thank you. John in Lincoln says this. Good morning. I don't care for leftovers. I can eat them once, maybe twice, but after that, they need to go into the freezer. I can't just keep eating them until they're gone. What do you guys do with leftovers? That's John in Southeast Lincoln. Sip.
Well, I mean, this is a very difficult question because it depends on the leftover, right?
Okay. Which ones do you keep eating? Which ones do you throw away? I'd like to know some examples. Like, now you piqued my interest. What are we talking about here?
Well, I mean, like fried chicken. I'll keep it in the refrigerator a couple days. But you don't want that to go too long, right? Let's say like Trix makes a pot roast. That could be 3 or 4 or 5 days, right? You can keep that. Keep going back to the well, right?
I guess. Yeah, I can eat leftover pizza for a couple days. I can do that.
How many? What? How many days?
Well, I think you can go probably 3 to 4 days on pizza.
Oh, that's long. That's for pizza.
No, I can do it. No, it's not going to get moldy on you. If it's in the fridge, it's fine. Don't keep it out. If you keep it out, it's getting moldy. If you keep it in the fridge, it's going to be fine.
Hold on. 464-5685. Does anybody go back to the well on pizza on day 4? I would never do that.
I'm going to say day 3 is probably the cutoff, but I have definitely gone to day 4 before on pizza.
Good God, Jake.
Well, David from Anderson Ford says 5 days easily on pizza. He could go 5 days.
Oh, no. It loses its. I mean, you're just eating
like
cardboard.
Fizz, like it still has the flavor in it. I don't know what you're talking about. Like a bottle of pop you can't have after a couple days because the fizz is gone. It's nasty, but pizza does not lose its flavor.
It loses its flavor.
I don't know about that. Burns says day 3 usually it gets hard. Day 3, no problem from White Sharpie. Someone says I've gone to day 5 as well, but it's getting dry and gross at that point. So
yeah,
maybe day 3 to 4 is the cutoff there.
3's the cutoff, Jake. 3.
Next one from Kip says this. I dislike the term Cinderella story. I think it should be Cinderella's evil stepsister story. When a basketball team makes a run, a Cinderella story means it's unlikely to happen. Take one look at those evil sisters, and you know right away they were much less likely to have the prince fall in love with them with the ball. Cinderella was always a shoo-in. From Kip and Lincoln. That's deep there.
God, he went deep. And you know what?
I
can't push back. I ain't pushing back.
Okay. I think it's a pretty good take by Kip on the mailbag. I don't really have a response. I think it's a good take. Anthony says this.
Okay.
Good morning from Sabetha, Kansas. Good morning, guys. Just getting done lifting. What is your guys' favorite exercise or lift to do in the gym? Love the show. Anthony in Sabetha, Kansas.
Jake, you go first.
Well, when I'm consistently getting the gym, I like doing the stair stepper. That sounds weird. I just like it. I like the one, like, it's got to be the actual staircase. Like, there's some you feel you're just in the same spot. It's just up and down. Like, once you're actually taking steps and it's moving, I like that stair stepper. It's just, it's fun. I do about 15 to 20 minutes, and it's tough, but I like doing it. So that's my favorite thing, the stair stepper. Or
I've never described a stair stepper as fun.
Well, it's a good workout.
Fun is like going to the county fair and like trying to win a stuffed animal.
Yeah,
Fun is not.
But it's not the treadmill. The treadmill I hate. I just hate you're just running flat. You're going nowhere. But I can pretend like I'm going somewhere in the stair stepper.
Are you really describing the stair stepper as fun? Fun?
Compared to a treadmill, yeah. I'll go with that.
Okay, I like the stair stepper too. The stair stepper because you're up high. I like being above everything. The stair stepper at Planet Fitness is you're high above. It's I don't know. You're pretty far up there. I like that part of it. There's nothing really though that I like. Favorite exercise is hard because none of it's fun. I don't have a lot of fun. I always kind of regard it as work.
Working out.
Yeah,
work.
Yeah, fun. God, there's none of the exercises that I do that I regard as fun. I like bench press. I mean, I can still bench press. I can still do it. So I'll just say that. And I think that's effective for a lot of different things, your back and your shoulders and your arms, blah, blah, blah. So that's it, bench press.
That's good. By the way, Brett Minnesota says on leftovers, go back, he says, chili is like wine. It gets better with age. He likes leftover chili after many, many days.
You can go back.
I'm down.
I'd say a week. You're okay in a week with a pot of chili.
No, I don't want it. I don't even do leftover chili. My wife knows I'll eat chili the first time. I'm not gonna I am not doing leftovers. It's just not my favorite food.
Jake, I love you. You know that, but that's a bad take. That's just a terrible take.
I don't care for chili.
Chili is leftover food, though. That's what it is.
I didn't say it wasn't. That wasn't me saying you can't eat it. She knows if she makes chili, I'm not eating the leftovers. I'll eat plenty of different leftovers. I just don't go for leftover chili. I just don't eat enough.
Wow. That's a wow.
So, all right, that is the mailbag, sponsored by our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. We hope you can. People are saying they're going to come see us tomorrow and Friday at the Courtyard. So please come see us at the Courtyard Marriott in Oklahoma City. We won't do mailbag there, but you can certainly ask us plenty of questions if you'd like.
Hey, Jake, tell them that for people that are okay, there's probably several Marriotts in Oklahoma City. Yep. We're the one that's right by the arena. I mean, it's practically hooked on to the arena.
I believe the address is Reno Avenue, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds right. Right.
I have it right here. It is 2 West Reno Avenue, Courtyard, Oklahoma City, downtown. We'll be in the Courtyard area of the Courtyard outside because it's going to be like 60 degrees at 6 a.m. So why not?
The one thing we might battle a little bit as I kind of set the scene here, Jake, is there is heavy construction going on right now. Like I can hear it right across the street. We might hear some construction sounds.
Is that in the area of the Courtyard, or is that a different direction?
Well, it's right across the street.
Okay, well, I'll talk to the front desk when I get there today. Yeah. But that's our plan still at this point. If we need something, if we did change, we will announce that. But that is right now our current plan. So
yeah, I think we'll be fine.
When we come back, hour 2, I got a question about the takeover in Oklahoma City. That's next in hour 2, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
When you or someone you know has been seriously injured and you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will fight for the justice you deserve in court to get the very best possible outcome. Trust the compassionate and hardworking attorneys at Liberty Law Group when you need an attorney in Nebraska or Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
The wait is over. It's Truck Month at Anderson Ford, which means big selection and even bigger savings on Ford F-150s. Like lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for only $195 per month. The truck that's built to work hard and play hard. Another reason you'll experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008409. Previous service letter. $195 per month for 36 months, 7,500 miles per year, 8,500 with tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas, and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating,
and Electrical.
The wait is over. It's Truck Month at Anderson Ford, which means big selection and even bigger savings on Ford F-150s. Like lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for only $195 per month. The truck that's built to work hard and play hard. Another reason you'll experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008409. Previous service letter. $195 per month for 36 months, 7,500 miles per year, 8,500 with tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings this spring. And you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. March's cream cheese flavor is Green Goddess. Pair it with a leprechaun latte. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe. Looking to get a room downtown or near South Lincoln? Abe Lincoln would tell you no to the Ford Theater and yes to Lincoln Hotel. Save up to 40% off downtown Lincoln prices with a nice clean room and comfortable stay. Lincoln Hotel is locally owned and offers a day pass to the city's largest locally owned gym, Good Life Fitness. Long-term stays are available. You can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice for Truck Month. Check out 0% financing with approved credit on all F-150s excluding Raptor. Or save up to $11,000 off MSRP on select 2025 SDX and XLT models in stock. Check out many service specials as well. $20 rebate on the Works package or up to $50 off new brakes and rotors. Maverick, Ranger, Super Duty, F-150 or Bronco. It's Truck Month at Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Pinnacle Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers.
So-
I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So
Bill,
I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple live from his hotel room in Oklahoma City. Jake Sorensen with you in studio. Bill Busch out today. We will all be together tomorrow from the courtyard of the Courtyard Marriott downtown OKC. Thursday and Friday, Early Break on remotes. Our first time, as Bill said earlier in the show, across state lines together on the show.
Yeah, we're not being chased or anything. We're not on the run. We're just doing a show.
It is not the first time that Early Break itself has crossed state lines. We have done, of course, many shows from Big Ten Media Days in Indianapolis in the past. But the Stool, all three of us have never done the show outside Nebraska. Outside the studio, yes, but not outside Nebraska. So first time,
yes.
and a great time for it at that, being in OKC for the tournament.
Yes. Indianapolis. Are we going to Chicago this year?
Is that where it's at?
Yeah. Yes, Jake. Big Ten Media Days for your planning purposes.
I'm more than happy to go to Chicago versus Vegas doing 4 a.m. radio. I could not do that. Didn't want to do that. So, yes, we'll go to Chicago this year for that.
Okay. All right.
By the way, Sip, Hour 2, sponsored by our friends at Pinnacle Bank. They got a special promotion right now for mortgage loans and refis. Now through June 30th, when you apply for a mortgage loan or a home refinance and close with Chris Lauer, Adam Lenzen, or Marlon Lyon at Pinnacle Bank, you'll be eligible to choose a golf package at Tatanka Golf Club. That's a round of golf for 4 cart rentals and a one-night, 2-room hotel stay at Ohio Casino there on the property, or $250 towards your closing costs. Call Chris, Adam, or Marlon at 402-434-3105 to start the process today. That's Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Please mention code BREAKERS when you check in on that promotion. Thank you to Pinnacle Bank.
God, Jake.
I hear the construction, by the way, behind. I hear the construction.
I was just going to say, they are like, it's interesting. It's a huge hole in the ground. Like the Thunder are getting a new arena. I don't know when it's going to be done, but they're working on it right now.
Maybe they can tell them to stop the construction.
You can hear it, seriously?
I do hear some beep. Yeah, it's not, you can't do anything, but I do hear a little bit in the background, which is concerning for tomorrow. But
I wondered about that.
Well, I'll talk to the people, and
we're going to have to halt construction.
Yes, from 6 to 9. You can continue construction at 9 a.m.
That's pretty prime construction time. It's
well,
like
I'll tell.
Okay.
We'll work through it. 464-5685. Call or text as always. By the way, before we move on, I do have a text maybe for you, Sip, because you are there right by the arena. And I don't know if you talked to Sean about this. Someone says, Dustin in Waverly says, is it wiser to drive to Paycom and park there, or is it smarter to Uber there, Sip? Any initial
I think from what I've heard, there's plenty of parking.
Okay.
Like within good walking distance, and weather's no factor. You're not going to walk into cold wind or rain. I would not. Okay, now this is Jake. You're asking me. I'm going to ask
you.
I would say, don't Uber. Just come down and find parking.
There you go. Sip has told you yourself. Find parking. Don't Uber.
Yeah, you don't need to Uber. You can, but
not New York City where parking is hard to find.
No.
Built the arena there.
Yeah, and you're not going to park right by the arena, but what if you have to walk 7 minutes in 80-degree weather?
You can handle that.
Yeah.
Not 115. It's not 10 degrees. It's fine. It's basically summer where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Bypass spring to go to summer.
I mean, when you start counting your blessings each day, think about what we came down to, what you're coming down to, what I'm down here right now. You just came down to gorgeous weather. So it's not a factor. You don't have to bring rain gear or anything. It's perfect. It's perfect.
I'm curious because you are in OKC now. With the fans are already down there, making their way down there today to OKC, and I'm curious when people were looking at the locations of these regionals and where Nebraska possibly could go. I understand why they didn't want to go to Portland or out west because it's expensive time change. Sip is part of the excitement of OKC, not just the fact it's drivable, but because it brings back memories of days in the Big 12. Nostalgia. Is that a part of what you think people are excited for OKC for Nebraska's time?
I think that's a sort of an ancillary conversation. I don't think it's foremost. It's not. Well, I will just say this. It wasn't for Sean and Robin. That's who I'm with.
Yep.
Yesterday, we're driving down with Sean's driving. I'm with Robin and Sean Callahan, Robin Washit. I wouldn't say it's almost like I had to bring it up. It wasn't like they were reminiscing at all. I was kind of doing that. I mean, I do. It's definitely, this trip definitely holds appeal in my mind because of those trips, those many, many trips, both football, basketball, and baseball. Jake, is funny. The baseball trips are the ones that stand out to me most, in part because this is the hotel we always stayed in, this Marriott. And Jake, remember, there was times where I'd come down here and cover the Big 12 baseball tournament, and Nebraska would go on a run. I was here for 8 nights one time. I mean,
so you're back home then, basically.
Yeah. So this hotel feels like home to me. It hasn't changed much. They've kept it up really well. How long ago was that? I mean, we're talking about 20 years ago, right?
That sounds right to me. Yeah.
Or so.
20 plus.
Yeah, 20 plus. So, I always think about it in terms of those baseball trips. Also, some trips, obviously, to Oklahoma to cover football games in the Big 12. Those stand out in my mind. I mean, the game that always stands out in my mind most is when they came down here with Frank and Dominic Raiola was a center, Crouch was a quarterback, and they got up. I think they got up 14-zip. Then Oklahoma put 31 on them straight. And then what I always remember is writing up in that press box, and God, the fans were it was a party outside I could see it going on outside the stadium. It was crazy. But anyway, I think some of the appeal for Nebraska fans, especially the older Nebraska fans, is all the trips they made down this way as part of the Big 12.
I'm surprised
even the Big 8.
Sean did not say that. I'm surprised they didn't say that.
Sean and Rob?
Yeah.
No, they weren't nostalgic at all. Really at all. And maybe Rob, I don't know. I definitely am more nostalgic about it. I like being down this way. It does take me back. I know people don't like to hear this, but I like that. I liked being in that league better. I will say this, though, so there's a distinction. It's better for Nebraska as an institution and financially to be in the Big Ten. I fully understand that. But it was from the standpoint of culture and the way you fit in, I think the better fit definitely for Nebraska was the Big 12.
No doubt about that. And that's why, again, like you said, financially it makes sense for the Big Ten, but you think about all the road trips that were feasible, not just down for the title games in OKC or the baseball, all the, Lawrence, Kansas, Manhattan, Kansas, Ames, Iowa. These are all drivable places. Now you really have two. I mean, Iowa City is obviously drivable, and so is Minneapolis. Madison is to a certain extent. That's still 7 hours out there, and that's it. Beyond that, Champagne's a long drive. It's 8 hours, whatever it is out there. Indiana's long, and then you're going out west. You're not driving to California, so it's the nostalgia of the times when you could drive to almost every place in the conference, and that just is not feasible anymore.
No, even Sean yesterday Sean Callahan mentioned that he's not planning on driving to Minneapolis next year. He says that's not a great drive. I mean, it's not hard, but it's not a picnic. This drive is pretty easy. I mean, you just whip down through Wichita and you're almost here. But yeah, I think people do miss that. And Jake, I've always said it. I always say it to the grandkids when we're planning these NBA trips. Let's go south. Let's go south. It's nicer. You're much more apt to hit good weather. And I love that during the football season, going to when you go to Texas A&M or go to Baylor in November and it was warm. I like that, as opposed to going to those places in the Big Ten where it's not only is it a long trip, you're freezing. God, it sounds really weak, but it is what it is.
It's a vacation of sorts. You don't really want to go to your NBA games when it's freezing to get away. You go away in January, February to go to the warmth and watch ball and not be worried about the cold. I'm down with that, Sip. I get it.
I'm not trying to prove my manhood with these trips. I just want some comfort,
Yeah, we have some people chiming in because you mentioned earlier in the show that your plan for the day is you're gonna go cover Troy, not Troy Dannon, the AT Nebraska, Troy the basketball team at 10:40. You're gonna talk to Scott Cross, the head coach, maybe some players. Are you gonna watch practice then? What is this? What does this entail of covering Troy at 10:40? Sip?
Well, it's interesting. I don't know if it's interesting to anybody else, but
they're interested.
See, the schedule is. Okay, I'm doing this show, and then I got a show with Husker Online at 2. And, if you get done with Troy at around noon, I might stick around for a little bit and watch Nebraska, but I want to get that story up on our website before we do our Husker Online show. So I don't know, just the way it works out. I don't know that I'll see a lot of Nebraska. I'm not even sure what time Nebraska is. That's kind of Robin's purview. It's Robin Walsh that covers the team. I want to see Nebraska, but my assignment, and by the way, I love that I have an assignment because I don't know. I just like having a focus, and so I'm all in. I want to see what Troy looks like at their shoot around. I can get a pretty good idea about a team, I think, and then just try to find a couple interesting nuggets about them.
Well, I look forward to tomorrow's show live from OKC. You giving us some tidbits on what you saw in practice, what you heard from the coaches and players. It's going to be good to have. We know Nebraska. We know about everything about Nebraska, but we don't know much about Troy beyond what we've researched. And by the way, quick plug: we will have Josh Boutwell from Troy on today about 8:15 to give us an update on Troy from his vantage point covering the team. So we will hear from him, who covered all year long, and then we'll hear from you, Sip, tomorrow after you've seen him for one day of practice.
Today. I think, I'm always, we know, like you alluded to, we know Nebraska so well. I'm kind of more interested in Troy. I mean, Nebraska, that Jamarcus Lawrence quote that we played yesterday, that's kind of on my mind. Jake, and based on what I heard yesterday, okay, so go back to that Jamarcus Lawrence quote. Well, you don't have to play it, but he said, "You want to play it?"
I'll play it for you right here. Okay. Hang on. Here's the quote from Jamarcus Lawrence, what we're talking about from yesterday.
We'll figure it out. Just keep your head high. I mean, our season's not over. This loss doesn't define us. As a group, we're really going through something. It's a lot of adversity right now, but that's on me to just keep everybody's head straight and just keep a good attitude.
We thought that was a little odd how he said that. Right now we're going through some adversity. If that's something just the losing or something beyond that, what is your What you heard on that, Sip?
I mean, kind of what I heard yesterday is it's not a big deal. I think he's mostly referring to the losing. Like there's no, there's nothing crazy going on behind the scenes is what I've heard. So we were kind of wondering about that yesterday. And I talked to a couple people. No, it doesn't sound like there's anything big. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That would affect
internal issues. You're not hearing that at all.
What's that?
No internal issues that are not being hidden at all.
I never want to say there's never internal issues on a team because most teams there are. It's how you manage them.
Right.
But I don't think there's anything debilitating.
Well, we'll hear from Robin Wash's report. He'll give us. I'll read his report today from when he covers the team, and I'll read your stuff as well, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow on the airwaves. How's that sound, Sip?
That sounds incredible. I mean, if you just take a zoom out a little bit, think about what's going on right now. I mean, this is Nebraska as a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament playing in Oklahoma City. This is amazing. With a great, great, great chance to win, and you feel like, and I feel like a great chance to keep advancing. And that's what I keep saying. I almost think about it more I think you think about things a little more from a fan standpoint. And I think about them a little bit more from a student athlete standpoint. These guys, Jake, put their whole lives in to this. These, the guys, the players. They don't put their whole lives into it to win a first round game, and then that's it. There was a time this season, that time has passed, but there was a time this season where we were thinking national title contender. I don't know that I'd go that far right now. But at this point, it's changed. That thing's changed a little bit. But God, I think we're the same in that we don't look at this team as okay, they can win 1, but let's not think about 2. No, let's think about 2. We can do that, and I think that's the way players don't think about it like let's just go win 1, guys. Let's get this monkey off our back.
Let's get real. When you're a 4 seed, you should have every expectation in the world to advance several rounds and be there in the Final Four. I mean, we've seen 4 seeds make it all the way before. I mean, again, like you said, in terms of the belief of how good this team is, it has changed since late January. No doubt about that. But you're still, it's a reset. You're not playing Big Ten competition until maybe later on in the tournament. You're not playing them for sure in the first couple rounds or the first 3 rounds if you were to advance. So it's a chance to go play a Sun Belt team and then either an SEC team or whatever conference McNeese is in, I think the Southland, whatever they're in, and then another SEC team probably in Florida. So there's no reason to sulk and say, hey, we don't deserve this 4 seed. You deserve the 4 seed, and you deserve to have the belief you can advance, not just 1 round, but multiple rounds with that seed. You're supposed to.
Yeah. And I think a little bit Nebraska fans, I feel a little skittish maybe. And if you do, just like close your eyes and think about things like Sam Hoiberg. I mean, Sam Hoiberg will steady this thing. As long as he's out of foul trouble, if things are a little janky early against Troy, he can steady that ship. He's really good at it. I think also about their defense. I keep saying I'm not going to dwell on it, but I just think that defense is something that it's a controllable, and I think that defense is really going to cause Troy problems, a lot of problems. So those type of things, and you got the crowd here. You're going to have a very decisive advantage in crowd number, and you'll have that if you happen to advance. I'm not counting my chickens, but I think I've said what I said. But if you happen to advance, you're going to have it again. It's a beautiful setup, and there's a lot of things you can look at to make that. If you're very nervous right now, there's things you can look at to calm your nerves.
Indeed. Now, before we get to break, a reminder, if you are not going to Oklahoma City, that's just fine. We still have a great thing going on at Buffalo Wings and Rings tomorrow and Friday, Sip, and it's going to be packed because Nebraska plays at 11:40. So usually in the past, doors have opened at 10:30 or 11, but because Nebraska plays early, doors will open tomorrow at 10 a.m. At 68th and 0, Buffalo Wings and Rings. Nick Sainer will be there running the show. He's going to do a great job in place of me for that. I have all the faith in the world in Nick to do a great job with this. Be one of the first 64 people in the door and receive a ping pong ball with a team on it. If your team ends up in the Final Four, you will get some great prizes like gift cards, signed basketballs, and more. This is 11 to 6 on the airwaves. Doors open at 10. Prizes will be given away from noon to 5 at the top of the hour. That's Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and 0, Thursday and Friday, March Madness, 11 to 6. Do not make sure you stop by. Don't miss that. It's a fun time at Wings and Rings. Great food, and it's an absolute party. If Nebraska wins, imagine that place at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Sip.
Oh, God. It's a great spot in Lincoln. It's a happy spot. Anthony, the manager, is a friend of mine. He takes care of me when I go there. Let me recommend the habanero wings. Get 6. Jake gets 6 habanero wings. It's perfect. And then get a side salad with a nice drink, and it's a perfect meal.
Buffalo Wings and Rings tomorrow and Friday, 11 to 6. Our March Madness promotion. Please be there and enjoy the win if they do it, and maybe have a victory shot. You got to buy that one, but you got to enjoy it though.
A victory shot. What would you get?
I'd probably get some Fireball. Heart. I'm old in some ways. I'm young at heart with the Fireball. When we come back, Bill's Thrill. Jake takes it for Bill's Thrills next, an early break in the ticket.
Fireball.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
The wait is over. It's Truck Month at Anderson Ford, which means big selection and even bigger savings on Ford F-150s. Like lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for only $195 per month. The truck that's built to work hard and play hard. Another reason you'll experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008409. Previous service letter. $195 per month for 36 months, 7,500 miles per year, 8,500 with site. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. And get a house that you're going to be happy with. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table. Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings this spring, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. March's cream cheese flavor is Green Goddess. Pair it with a leprechaun latte. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Hi, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln. Before I bring Andy on, we want to wish you joy, success, and good health in 2026. Andy, are you there?
Yes, I am, Charlie. And by the way, that was well said.
Andy, I know you want to kick off 2026 with a bang. What's going on at the dealership?
We got a lot going on here, Charlie. We have incredible savings on every new remaining 2025, New Year's savings on every new 2026, special low long-term financing, and special lease rates. The biggest news is we have more than 400 new 2025 and 2026 Hondas to choose from.
How about pre-owned?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas right now with prices starting at under $10,000, and we have special low rates.
Well, maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those 2 magical days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday, March 19th and 20th at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday to get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it and stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings on 68th and O. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for a new way to put your skills to work?
I am.
Explore new options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. They have full-time spots in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. Also, 4.5-day workweek, attractive benefit package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more today. And by the way, Currency and Sandhills Global is why the stool is going down to Oklahoma City. Thank you for them for sponsoring our trip to OKC and our shows tomorrow and Friday from the Courtyard area of the Courtyard Marriott, where you might hear construction in the background, but we might fight through that.
God dang, I'll tell you what, we appreciate it a ton that they're giving us the opportunity to see history and experience history with breakers and Husker fans. So yeah, we don't take this for granted at all. Now, as far as that, we don't. As far as that construction goes, Jake, there are 4 cranes going right now. I looked out the window, 4 big cranes rolling at once.
Okay, but the question is this, though. Now, it probably won't make a difference, but is outside your window in the direction of the courtyard area, or is that the other side of the hotel?
I haven't done any reconnaissance, so I wish I could answer that. I'll check it out after our show.
Yeah.
Or if you want me to go down between segments, I might be able to run down there. I can do that. I'll run down there after this segment.
Minutes? You think you can do that in 6 minutes time? I don't know if you can.
Okay, maybe not.
I don't think you can do that. Or maybe, either right after the show or
I'll do it after the show and report to you.
Report back. Yeah. I'll be available to talk. So gocurrency.com/careers. Thanks to Sandhills Global for making our trip possible to Oklahoma City. It is time. Bill's not here. It is time, though, without further ado, for a Wednesday edition of Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be bonanza.
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for it to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
As always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by our friends at Dynert Contracting.
Randy.
Give Randy a call or text at 402-417-5204 for all your projects, your hallways, bathroom, whole house projects, and more. Please again, call or text Randy 402-417-5204 at Dynert Contracting. Bill has said if you see Randy at the game, he'll be at Nebraska and Troy. You find him and tap him on the shoulder. He said 40%'s on the line. That's a lot of money. It's a big deal if you see Randy at the arena on Thursday.
Just a tap.
It sounds like Randy also might be at the Husker baseball game today in Wichita.
Can you tap him on the shoulder there?
Bill said if you see him there, that's just nice to see him. That does not count for the discount. So that's just, hey, good to see you. Yell Randy at me. It is only about the tournament.
Okay.
Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, which you and I will be at. I will be in the crowd. You and Bill will be in the media section, as well as Austin Orman.
Hey, before we get to Bill's Thrills, Jake's Takes, one of the things I was struck by in this show was your unwillingness to read NIT results because of your lack of interest.
I don't care.
I don't care. Jake, it's sports.
It is, and nobody cares about the NIT. I mean, I like to know.
What if Nebraska was in it?
Well, we still, it's just, I mean, even those years, I struggled to really get into it because, we are proud of that 1996 title that they had. That was back when it was still somewhat cool. It's not cool anymore. We said it bounces around sites. It is going to be in Indianapolis this year, as is the Final Four for the tournament.
Yep.
But it's not in the Garden. It doesn't have the cool ball. Like, there are elements of the past that made the NIT, despite not being the NCAA tournament, made it cool. It's not that anymore. I mean, Auburn's the one seed in their 500 as a basketball team. What do you do? They played South Alabama.
You said nobody cares.
Nobody cared.
Come on, somebody cares. Somebody cares.
Oh, okay. You ready for Bill's Thrills?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. It's a Wild Card Wednesday. I am in for Bill because he's gone today. So I do have a short headline. Let's get back on track. Talk about the road trip snack. We're driving down. This is not just us. Everybody's making the trip down to Oklahoma City.
Road trip snack.
Road trip snack. Now, Bill is big on the road trip. He's talked about that. If you are, if you're doing well, you can have the road trip cashews. I'm not going to get cashews. I think me and him differ in how we do our road trips. I am not a huge snacker. I'm really not. I eat my meals, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I will snack occasionally throughout the day if I'm hungry, but when I get home from work. But I'm a big into the pretzels on the road trip, like the pretzel crisps, like that. It's kind of almost like a chip, but it's really good.
Hold on. Okay.
If you get the original, it's in a blue bag, and it's like very, very extremely. It's almost like it's almost like a pancake type of It's so thin.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just had a bag of them at home.
And they're addicting, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good. It's not a very big bag if it's the one you're talking. If we're on the same wavelength here.
There's some small ones. There's some massive ones of that.
Okay, I had a small one, but anyway, snacks. I'm all over the map. Now, Sean had a little bag with stuff in it, and one of the things he had was pistachios. I can't believe we're talking about this. Pistachios not in the shell, which I found to be, it kind of takes away the impact. It's kind of half the fun of pistachios getting it out of that white shell, right?
Is it really though?
Yeah. I mean, and I like those shells. They're clean. Partly what I like about pistachios is that nice, clean white shell. And when you eat now, then when I was eating pistachios just out of the bag that Sean brought, God bless him, I appreciate it. It lost the impact for me. It didn't have.
You put all the shells in. Without the shells, you just eat them and you're good to go. Like you're saying.
I see the appeal, but I'm telling you, it holds more appeal to me to break that shell open, and I kind of like those shells. You know, if you get a little shell time in your mouth, it's pretty good.
Okay, whatever. I don't mind the shelled pistachio. That's not part of my road trip. I'm not eating pistachios. I will say, side note, I maybe the most random thing I've ever seen. Like, again, I don't. You sit in the media section always. You go get the snacks and the meal and everything.
I do.
So, Big Ten tournament, Chicago. I'm in the media for that.
Okay.
They did have the buttered popcorn, like Bill talks about. Devaney said that was good. The buttery popcorn, not the the fabricated, just kind of stale, boring pop. It was good.
Okay.
They also had fruit, cookies, brownies. That's not a big deal. And then they had these giant cans of honey roasted almonds, and they are delicious. But I just like, where of all the things possibly, not a small one. I'm talking like this big, like massive.
Those are expensive.
Everywhere. Expensive.
Yeah.
Probably an $8 can. So this is when Bill talks about if you're not eating ramen noodles and you can afford things, that's kind of like that's high level of travel, and they're giving that for free, just massive amounts of huge cans of honey roasted almonds at the Big Ten tournament.
Hey, that is okay. That is odd. That almost seems shady to me. Like there was some kind of mafia activity or something.
I don't know. Like, there's like hundreds upon hundreds everywhere you look. They had these massive cans, and I opened it.
You don't see that. You don't see that. I've never seen that actually. Huh.
Well, it happened. It existed. That was a real
thing.
Okay,
so what? Now you're coming down with Elizabeth today, right?
Yeah, we are. So I think a beef jerky will be in play in our car, as well as the pretzel crisp. I think that she has going to maybe cut up some fruit, possibly some apple slices. I like that. It's nice to not have always something processed or something's going to make me feel bad. So I think apple. If you can do apples, like not the full apple, if you can get apple wedges, that's a huge win for a road trip. Takes a little effort. That's a win. Makes you feel good about yourself too.
That is absolutely a win. Apples and pretzels is a good combo.
What about jerky?
Yeah, jerky's always good, especially from our friends. Jerky's always a good. I mean, I can't. I always look for reasons to push back, but I'm not pushing back on that. Jerky, those flat pretzels that you're talking about that we share a love for, and apple slices would be good.
That's all you need. You don't need to have 45 snacks. Make it simple. You don't have to have a full car of snacks. And I'm not. If you are, I'm not trying to make fun of you and say you're bad. That's not how I operate. I need a couple things. I'm good. And if I need to stop somewhere to get a water or a caffeine, I do that. And that's
okay.
A road trip.
More interesting to me actually with you and Elizabeth. How many stops will you make in a 6-hour trip?
2 max, I would say. One hopefully, but 2 max.
Yeah, one. I see. Sean and Robin are power through guys. Sean is, if you drive from Minneapolis, his whole thing is let's go straight through, and I'm always like, no, we got to stop once. I mean, like, come on. I'm not power through.
6 hours is a lot. For no bathroom for 6 hours, that's not even safe.
Yeah, it's torture. Like I'm stop 2 times guy from Lincoln to Oklahoma City.
I think that's fine. If you're stopping like 4 times, that's a little bit much, but 2 is fine.
Yeah, there's a threshold. The threshold is probably 3. Is like you're pushing it with 3. 4, you're just at that point you're just jacking around too much, right?
We have some response here I want to get to before we wrap up Jake Takes Bill's Thrills on the road trip snacks. Dion from Insight Partner says, Jake, there will be some hot tamales eaten today. I don't do a lot of candy on the road trip. I do love hot tamales. I used to eat those all the time on road trips, but now they kind of hurt my stomach at age 34. I can't do them.
You're getting up there. Hey, hot tamales seem passe to me.
They're good, though. I like them.
Okay.
Let's see. Flamin' Hot Munchies from Rubber Duck. I think that's like the Cheetos version of that. The Cheetos Flamin' Hot Munchies.
Cheetos are addictive. God,
yeah, Cheetos, you get the dust on your hands. And
they're just such a
seed all messed.
Yeah.
I'm down on that. Scott says Bill would definitely frown on the apples. Well, I'm eating the apples. It's good.
Bill
does not
frown on the apples.
He doesn't really want the health in the snacks.
Huh.
Axel says beef jerky and combos. That's pretty solid. Does combos leave any residue in your hands? Is my question, though.
Yeah, I don't do the combo thing.
Corn nuts and sunflower seeds. I don't. I mean, the seeds you gotta put the shells in a cup. You gotta dedicate a cup holder to seeds, basically.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jerky says that's good. Meat, cheese, and crackers. That's a lot to deal with from Ohio Husker. It's a lot.
Meat, cheese, and crackers.
Yeah. I'm not under that. And then and someone's saying Sean probably does not like the seeds or the shells being all over the floor of the car. Sip. That's why he's
pretty stringent about.
That's why he got this version of the bag. That's why I got the bag, the version of the unshelled or the shelled pistachios.
Yeah, he's probably thinking about that. He does have a rule like no trash. Any stop you make is like get your trash out. Get your trash out.
Let's see. Bill Buckner fan says me, the wife, and 5 kids go to Lincoln to El Paso sometimes on just 2 stops.
Whoa! Wait a second.
That's way further than Oklahoma City. That's a long drive.
Lincoln to El Paso. I wonder why they're going to El Paso.
I don't think they're going right now. He just says in general when they go, they do that ride in 2 stops. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Once again, the headline is, let's get back on track and talk about the road trip snack. And that is Jake's Takes in place of Bill's Thrills today. By the way, because you are gone in OKC, it's hard to hear things. There will be no game show today or the rest of the week. The game show returns Monday. We're all back in studio. It's just too much chaos when we're not here in studio. So I regret to inform you that, but we will have no game show today through Friday. We will give away some bagels in doing so. But Monday, the game show returns. Your record still is 21-18. You are 1-1 on the week, Sip. So
hey, that's Bagels and Joe.
Yeah.
And by the way, a bag of bagels on the road is good.
Yeah, it is good.
Or a box.
They have a pack, the business box of bagels that you get when you win the competition. You can buy that by yourself. You can always go to Bagels Joe and buy this. But it's 12 bagels and 2 tubs of cream cheese in a very nice box. It will not get all over the place. So they also provide you the knives to get the spread on the bagels. So that would not be a bad option, Sip. Crumbs might be an issue, but that's a minimal thing.
Yeah, bagels don't produce a lot of crumbs. I think that'd be great. A lot of people are leaving this morning, stop in there, grab. God, think about that. That's a good option.
Yeah, Bagels and Joe. 4 locations, also 1 in Seward. That's 5 total locations and 4 in Lincoln. Check them out today. That is Bill's Thrills, sponsored by our friends at Deinert Contracting. Hour 3 is next. Let's talk Troy basketball with the guy who knows them well, Josh Boutwell, a beat reporter for Troy. He's on the show next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, bold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Stop into Zollner Florida Beatrice for Truck Month. Check out 0% financing with approved credit on all F-150s excluding Raptor. Or save up to $11,000 off MSRP on select 2025 STX and XLT models in stock. Check out many service specials as well. $20 rebate on the Works package or up to $50 off new brakes and rotors. Maverick, Ranger, Super Duty, F-150 or Bronco. It's Truck Month at Zollner Florida Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Way out there where the sun comes up under the big red sky, I do life the way I love, with family by my side. I feel home with me, no matter where I go.
Proud of where we're from, excited for where we're going. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Wake up, Lincoln. You're not dreaming. Schaefer Sleep Gallery has closeout mattresses up to 50% off. Hurry in now for the best selection and savings on Serta Beauty Rest and Sutherland closeouts. We're talking one-of-a-kinds, floor models, and closeouts up to 50% off. Plus, Schaefer Sleep Gallery has free local delivery on any closeout Serta Beauty Rest and Sutherland mattress while they last. So hurry in to save hundreds. Plus, free local delivery on closeout mattresses in the Sleep Gallery at Schaefer's. 48th and R, Lincoln.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We have an incredible day on tap here around the Lincoln area. We'll get up to 73 for a high temperature. Plenty of sunshine, just a couple of high thin clouds and a light westerly wind. Tonight, partly cloudy, 43 for your low, and then 78 sunny tomorrow, and then sunny and low 80s on Friday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Downa for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
The stretch run is here. On March 18th, Love Nebraska hosts Love Atlanta at Baxter Arena with first serve set for 7 p.m., and every set carries postseason implications. 2 explosive teams meet on one court, trading quick transition, heavy swings, and defensive plays that can shift the match in seconds. Playoff implications on the line as the season winds down. Don't just track the score, feel every rally live. Secure your seats at lovbneb.com/tickets.
Hi, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln. Before I bring Andy on, we want to wish you joy, success, and good health in 2026. Andy, are you there?
Yes, I am, Charlie. And by the way, that was well said.
Andy, I know you want to kick off 2026 with a bang. What's going on at the dealership?
We got a lot going on here, Charlie. We have incredible savings on every new remaining 2025, New Year savings on every new 2026, special low long-term financing, and special lease rates. The biggest news is we have more than 400 new 2025 and 2026 Hondas to choose from.
How about pre-owned?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas right now with prices starting at under $10,000, and we have special low rates.
Well, maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Gentlemen, are you ready for something beyond the ordinary haircut? At Scissors and Scotch Lincoln, they blend your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. Sink into a comfy chair, unwind with a complimentary drink, and let their master barbers handle the rest. It's not just grooming, it's an experience. Whether you're prepping for a big meeting, needing to get cleaned up before family comes to town, or just need a little time to yourself, Scissors and Scotch Lincoln delivers sharp style every time. Book now at Scissors and Scotch in Lincoln, just south of 30th and Yankee Hill Road.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree. And I'd like to help. I'm your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ryan Buck. Together, we can give you long-term strategy, the attention it deserves. Contact me today at 402-483-0377. Again, that's 402-483-0377. Stop by our office at 8380 Old Cheney Road. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break. Sponsored by Nebco and Anderson Ford. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple is live from OKC in his hotel room. I am Jake Sorensen, live from Lincoln, heading down to OKC shortly. Bill Busch, not with us today. He'll be live also in OKC tomorrow from the Courtyard Marriott. Our shows tomorrow and Friday, outdoors with the construction at the Courtyard Marriott. Sip says it's going to be interesting in terms of the sound out there.
Well, Jake, it's not at the Marriott. It's across the street.
I know, but I could hear the sound in your hotel room from concern.
Can you seriously hear it?
Dude, we already have a lot of people saying they're going to show up, so we're going to fight through this and make it work.
Like I said, I've seldom seen 4 cranes rolling at once, but there they are right across the street.
By the way, Hour 3 sponsored by our friends at Nebco.
The coat.
Now hiring at Concrete Industries for precast production labor. Check them out at concreteindustries.com. Also, Anderson Ford, our sponsor, Hour 3, 27th and I-80 and 33rd and Yankee Hill. We are joined, Sip, in this 8 o'clock hour by a man that knows Troy basketball very well. That is Josh Boutwell from the Troy Messenger. Josh, good morning. Are you in OKC yet or not?
No, I'm in Troy.
You're in Troy, so you're not going to OKC.
No, I'm not able to go this year.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I'm curious on behalf of Nebraska fans. This is the Nebraska is making their 9th ever appearance in the dance. They have only been this high of a seed once before, back in the early 90s as a 3 seed. I'm curious, the Troy fan base, you yourself, 13 seed Troy. How do you feel about Troy's chances of getting an upset against Nebraska tomorrow, 11:40 in OKC?
I think I feel pretty decent about it. I think this is probably the best team that for sure that Scott Cross has had. Definitely chemistry-wise. I think Thomas Dowd and Victor Valdez are probably 2 of the better mid-major players in all of college basketball, in my opinion.
Yeah, and this is a team that, of course, was the 1 seed in the Sun Belt. They beat Georgia Southern for the final, and they have experience. They were in the dance last year as well and lost. But how important is that? How much does that experience last year help this team this year to maybe get that win, Josh?
I think it for sure helps. The kind of the big thing about it is that team last year, 4 of the starters all hit the portal last year, but at the same time, almost the entire team this year was still on the team last year. Troy only went out and got 1 player out of the transfer portal last year, and he's not a starter. Everybody else, other than Kobe Campbell, is a JUCO transfer, but everyone else has, been there. They were part of that team. They were almost all of them contributors. So I think that for sure helps the team out. They know what to expect. They're not going to be surprised by anything. And, again, last year playing Kentucky, you have to have, a lot of times it's kind of like Alabama in football. You might get beat before you're even playing just because of the legend and the legacy of a team like that. So I think that whole situation with them last year definitely will help them going into this year.
Hey, Josh, what I'm wondering is, okay, so you got 2 teams tomorrow at 11:40, Troy and Nebraska, that have never won an NCAA tournament game, correct? Is that a big discussion point at Troy? Like it is at Nebraska, if you're unfamiliar. It's a huge discussion point here. Is it a big discussion point for Troy?
Not really. There's not, I think a lot of people might look at it as maybe a pressure point for maybe both teams, but that's not really anything that they're harping on. Obviously they want to win for sure. But at the same time, I think everyone just kind of sees it as a cool thing, because when you're in a mid-major program, people kind of look down on you and you don't belong there type of a situation. So there's a little bit of chip on their shoulder for that, but not necessarily for, we got to win this. We got to get win the first one. But I mean, it makes it for a cool situation in general because we're going to make history no matter who wins in this game. So that's it makes it one of the cooler first round games.
Joined by Josh Boutwell of the Troy Messenger. I'm curious, Josh, because there's a lot of pressure here, as Sip just said, on Nebraska to get their first ever win. But Nebraska had a great year, 26-6. They're the 4th seed in the bracket. They're 6-6 their last 12 games, so 20-0 start, 6-6 the last 12. So there's some trepidation. Troy is obviously not a Big Ten team, but can you describe the size of Troy and why they might give Nebraska some problems, despite not being from a power conference like we've seen the last 3 months?
I think it's probably going to be one of the more physical teams Nebraska's played all year. That's kind of the MO of this team all year long, really, under Scott Cross in general. Great rebounding team. Your Thomas Dowd, like I mentioned, one of the better group of 5 kids. He's a 6'7" kid. Victor Valdez, same thing as at his size, and he's what you would consider kind of a point forward, where you'll see him coming up the court with the ball like a point guard. And then Jarrell Bellamy, who has played all year, but as a starter, he started, I think, the last 6 because Theo Singh went down with an injury, but they also expect he might be back. So all of those guys I just mentioned are all big guys that, everyone out there can keep their eye on.
So Josh, you think you're going to get Theo Singh back? That would be pretty significant, correct?
It would, for sure, yes. They believe he will be able to play, more than likely. Bellamy, like I said, he started the last 6 games and has been extremely good. He was all tournament at the Sun Belt, and he split time with Theo, but adding those guys back together, splitting time, I think would be really huge for Troy, especially rebounding.
What is the style of play? How would you see? We're pretty unfamiliar with Troy. How would you describe Troy's style of play?
Physical.
Oh boy.
That's the
physical.
Key word is physical with those guys.
That's not a great recipe for Nebraska. Nebraska is known as a team that likes to get around, they shoot threes, and not a great rebounding team. So I guess on that note, when you look at Nebraska, Josh, the 4 seed that you're playing against tomorrow is the 13 seed Troy. What scares you about Nebraska? Obviously they're favored to win. They should be favored as a 4 seed. What concerns you when you look at the Huskers?
Well, you mentioned the 3-point shooting. That's kind of been the recipe of beating Troy this year, is getting hot in the 3-point. if you're able to knock down those threes, Troy is able. They have guys like Cooper Campbell and Thomas Down who can shoot the three, but they're definitely not a team that wants to live and die by the three. So if you're knocking down your threes, that's going to give Troy trouble.
Josh, why has that been a problem?
I honestly I couldn't answer it. Other than that living by being physical and rebounding, it's hard to get physical with a team who's just going to knock down threes in your face all night.
Josh, the other part of this I think it's a big, we'd be remiss not to ask you about. How much of it in your mind is a huge advantage for Nebraska just by the number of people that'll be here cheering for Nebraska? I mean, the arena could be close to all Nebraska, correct? I mean, how many people from Troy do you know that are going?
There'll be some, but yeah, Nebraska's certainly going to have the home court advantage there for sure. Troy actually kind of has really, under Scott Cross in general, they've kind of reveled in, being on the road. I think the chemistry they've had this year has really helped. They earlier in the year, they went on something like a 2-week trip over to California. They beat San Diego State. They almost beat USC. I think that went to triple overtime or something like that. So I don't think that's going to shake them very much, honestly.
Now, they haven't played it. Yeah, you mentioned the USC. They lost in triple overtime, 108-107. They did beat Akron this year as well, but you haven't played a ton of Power 5 big teams, obviously playing in the Sun Belt. So, I mean, what kind of nerves reach Troy? And I guess, are you nervous at all when you're the 13th seed? You're the underdog. You're not supposed to win this game. How do they approach this game, being an underdog, Josh?
That's funny. They actually talked about this during the Sun Belt tournament. Obviously, the one seed. You're the favorite, regular season champions. All that stuff. Pretty much to a man, they said that they prefer to be the underdog. They want to be kind of sneaking up on you as the one seed. You're not sneaking up on anyone, and there was a little bit of trepidation and people getting a little upset because Thomas Dowd talked about some of the motivation they used going into the championship game, saying that everyone wanted Georgia Southern to win, and they used that as everyone's against us, and so I think that they're going to really thrive in that.
I'm curious, Josh. You mentioned when teams have beaten Troy, you said they get hot from 3-point land and they make it that way. What is that? What are the weaknesses of Troy for Nebraska to attack? It can't just all be threes. What is the other weaknesses that Nebraska might be able to pursue to win this game?
Forcing turnovers. That's another thing. When Troy, I think probably everybody is able to not turn the ball over, you're able to win. But that's really when Troy is under 10 turnovers. I think they're really hard to beat. But if you get them over 10, I think that's when you're going to have a good shot at beating them. And they've had different games this year where I think they were in the 20s in turnovers, and that's always really hard to overcome.
Josh Boutwell joins us from the Troy Messenger. Okay, Josh, what are we hearing? How much of your concern is the beat writer right now? Is Scott Cross taking another job?
That's obviously a big concern. It's funny. John Summerall, 2 Sun Belt championships, and then he was gone, and now he got Scott Cross 2 straight Sun Belt championships. And the talk is out there. The last couple of years, there's always been talk about it. It can happen. Obviously, you got to do what's best for your family. I do believe that the Cross family loves it here. They have a son who is going to be a senior in high school next year, also a really good basketball player. So I don't think it's time for the Troy fans to panic right now.
In general, go ahead, Sip.
No, you go ahead, Jake.
Well, I think it's a testament to Troy sports because you see like Neil Brown in football, of course, years ago went from Troy to West Virginia. They have so much success in all these sports. They've done right, in basketball and football. Who gets the credit? Is there a long-term AD there, Josh? Because Troy, it feels like always has good programs in sports.
Brent Jones was here for several years. He was part of who hired a lot of the guys, not Summerall, all those guys. Skylar Meade in the baseball program. He's at Georgia Tech now, which is kind of where the connection comes, where people are connecting those dots. I don't know. It's just there's a lot of passion here for sure. Very passionate about football, basketball, baseball, everything. But there really hasn't been like this one driving force, I guess you would say, other than the chancellor, Jack Hawkins, who's been here since, probably before I was born. And he's a big supporter of football. He's one of the supporters of when Troy moved from Division II to Division II. He was a big part, Division II to Division I. He was a big part of that. But Scott Cross has been here, maybe his 7th year here. He's been probably one of the biggest things for the men's basketball program for a very long time, because they had a guy here, Don Maestri, who was a legend. He took Troy to the Division II national championship game, but then they were down for several years before he got here, and he's really turned it around.
Josh, here's something interesting. I think this will interest you. What I heard yesterday is Nebraska, the media contingent here covering Nebraska is almost 60. I think it was 57 people yesterday from the media covering this game. How many people from Troy will be covering this game for the Trojans?
Less than that. maybe a TV station or two, maybe a reporter or two. That's life in rural Alabama. Alabama, Auburn, they get all the attention here. South Alabama, UAB, Troy, much less. Again, I guess it's part of the underdog thing that they kind of hang their hat on.
Yeah, 57, Josh, 57. It's a crazy number. So you think 5 or so from Troy?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Most of the people you will probably see from the Troy Athletic Department, probably.
I got to ask you, Josh, does it feel good? Is it like a feather in your cap to see Auburn in the NIT and little old Troy in the big dance?
Oh, there's definitely some celebrating going on for that.
But, I'm sure there is.
The interesting thing about that is Auburn's playing South Alabama, which is it's Alabama Troy's big rivalry in every sport. So Troy fans looking at that probably hoping no one wins.
But Auburn won last night, 78-67, so they knocked out South Alabama. But it's still the NIT. No one is paying attention to that at all. It's all about the big dance. I'm curious, Josh, so you mentioned you feel good about Troy's chances. Have you made an official prediction yet? Do you think Troy gets the upset tomorrow in Oklahoma City, or are you taking Nebraska? What's your thoughts on the game?
Let's upset some people. Yeah, I think Troy's going to get the upset.
You think they can? You think they can? What is the game going to look like that Troy wins?
Limited turnovers. I would say almost. I wouldn't say doubling rebounding, but dominating the boards, scoring in the paint, being physical, beating them up a little bit. That's how Troy has to win, in my opinion. And also knock down some threes. Cooper Campbell, when he gets hot at three, at the 3-point, Troy's hard to beat with that too.
Okay.
All right. He's Josh Boutwell from the Troy Messenger. He's calling a Troy upset win. Josh, we hope that you're wrong, but enjoy covering the game. Thanks for coming on the show. We'll talk to you down the road.
It's my pleasure. And like I said, whoever wins is going to be making history. So that's a really cool thing about this game.
That is.
God bless you, Josh.
Josh Boutwell from the Troy Messenger. A couple things in there, Sip. He says, if you said one word about Troy, it's physicality.
Right.
Now, the question is, what does Troy physicality look like compared to Big Ten physicality? Because Nebraska has played a lot of physical teams this year. Is the Sun Belt physicality anywhere near the Big Ten, especially with this particular team?
Well, here's the thing. The one thing you can look at, it's on paper, it's real. Their best players are all over 6'7". Victor Valdez is their point forward. He mentioned him. Josh mentioned him. He's 6'7". Thomas Dowd is their best player. He's 6'8". They've got that kid, Jarrell Bellamy, who's come on. He's 6'9". Now, he's come on kind of late when Theo Singh was hurt. Right. Theo Singh's 6'9". So 6'9", 6'9", 6'8", 6'7". I mean, they are their best players. Now, that's other than Cooper Campbell, the guard, 6'2". But their 4 best players other than Campbell are all 6'7" plus. So that does give you some pause. We'll see how physical they are. I don't want to thump my chest as a Big Ten media guy and say, well, you haven't seen physical till you've seen the Big Ten. Well, I mean, I guess we're going to see it a little bit. That's kind of an interesting part of this game, right?
Yes. And again, it'll be disappointing if Nebraska is getting pushed around by Troy. Again, I'm not trying to push down a Sun Belt opponent. They are physical, but we have seen big teams. Purdue is physical. Yeah, they push you around. I struggle to say that Troy is going to be the same level of physicality as Purdue. I can't say that. I haven't watched them play, so I can't say that, Sip. But that's a physical team, and it has caused Nebraska some problems. And Michigan was physical. You played well against Michigan. Michigan State was physical. You beat them. So Nebraska can hang around with physical teams. It will be disappointing to see if they get pushed around.
Yeah, I think, as we talk this out a little bit, I don't see that being a problem. No, like I say, Big Ten physicality, Big Ten size is different. Think about what we're talking about. Now, I did say 6'7", 6'9", 6'9", 6'8", but notice I didn't say 7 foot. I didn't say 7'4", like Michigan throws at you. I didn't say Oscar Clough, 6'11". I did, there's Big Ten size and physicality is, come on, it's different. It's different than in the Sun Belt. So, well, I'll be surprised if that's a problem for Nebraska. I will.
Yeah, and again, as we said, we'll say it again tomorrow. A big part of this game is going to be telling, how does Nebraska start the game? Are they slow again? Are they behind? Are they missing shots? They look nervous. We will not know that until 11:40 a.m. tomorrow, but we can always, I'd be lying if it wasn't on my mind right now about another slow start, Sip. And
how about 57 credentialed Nebraska media versus 5 or fewer for Troy?
Yep, that's telling. I mean, not a surprise to have a disparity like that, but that is a very large disparity of reports.
Nebraska's strange that they bring that much media. I mean,
we have a very fervent fan base, and we don't get to see this very often. This is the best team we have seen at Nebraska in 34 years. We can't forget history, so I don't blame them for wanting to cover this event. That's why we're going down.
100%. Good. That's a good diplomatic answer, Jake.
Before we get to break, a reminder, if you have any computer issues at all with your Apple products or other non-Apple products, a great place to go is see our friend Tripp and the team at Computer Hardware just south of 70th and O in Lincoln, also in Kearney, Hastings, and GI. 46 years in business. They are the Apple store of Nebraska. Go see Tripp and the team. They fixed my computer last week. It's still working properly, so shout out to Tripp and the team for doing that. 46 years is a long time, Sip. That's why you can trust them.
Wow. In that kind of situation, time does tell you a lot. That what it suggests. It suggests a lot of different things, but consistency is big. People won't keep going back if you do a bad job.
That is correct. When we come back, there's another trend in the NFL about trying to find diamonds in the rough. I'll explain it to you next, Sip, on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Nepco and Anderson Ford on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At CHI Health Clinic, we believe healthcare should be personal, because knowing your provider personally makes appointments more comfortable, more productive, and more meaningful to your overall health. Get matched with a primary care provider based on your personality and lifestyle using CHI Health Clinic's My Provider Match. Take the survey at myprovidermatch.com to find the right provider for you. Getting healthier starts by getting personal at CHI Health Clinic.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Sandhills Global is growing right here in Lincoln. With our expanding campus and continued growth, we're hiring across a wide range of careers, from interns to experienced professionals. Join the team at Sandhills Global and build your career with competitive pay, great benefits, and real opportunities to grow. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today. That's sandhills.jobs.
Good morning, Breakers. This is Scott Miller from Midwest Bank. When I recently joined Midwest Bank, I was immediately impressed by our exceptional service. My first customer made the switch from a large corporate bank and didn't have to wait in line or call a 1-800 number. We treated him like family. He now visits the bank just to say hello. While other banks go corporate, we stay Nebraska. Visit us at midwest.bank or drop by a branch today. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
The stretch run is here. On March 18th, Love Nebraska hosts Love Atlanta at Baxter Arena with first serve set for 7 p.m., and every set carries postseason implications. Two explosive teams meet on one court, trading quick transition, heavy swings, and defensive plays that can shift the match in seconds. Playoff implications on the line as the season winds down. Don't just track the score, feel every rally live. Secure your seats at lovebneb.com/tickets.
Wake up, Lincoln. You're not dreaming. Schaefer Sleep Gallery has closeout mattresses up to 50% off. Hurry in now for the best selection and savings on Serta Beauty Rest and Sutherland closeouts. We're talking one-of-a-kinds, floor models, and closeouts up to 50% off. Plus, Schaefer Sleep Gallery has free local delivery on any closeout Serta Beauty Rest and Sutherland mattress while they last. So hurry in to save hundreds. Plus, free local delivery on closeout mattresses in the Sleep Gallery at Schaefer's. 48th and R, Lincoln.
Sandhills Global is growing right here in Lincoln. With our expanding campus and continued growth, we're hiring across a wide range of careers, from interns to experienced professionals. Join the team at Sandhills Global and build your career with competitive pay, great benefits, and real opportunities to grow. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today. That's sandhills.jobs.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You know, we talk a lot on the show about the importance of employment in this world, right? We like to help people get jobs that are great, that can help pay them well and make them feel like they're doing a good thing in this world. Is that right, Sip?
Absolutely, Jacob.
Well, another place for it to consider is Vision Mechanical. They need journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians because they're growing like crazy. They have jobs lined up all the way through the 2030s. It's 2026 right now. We got 4 or 5, 6 years of jobs that you don't have to worry about not having enough to do. They have plenty to do, and they have incredible benefits. They're top of the industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, paid holidays, and vacation time. They want you to be part of Lincoln's growth. Work on high-impact commercial projects that shape our community. Learn more today and apply at vision-mechanical.net. That is vision-mechanical.net. Great people. Ron Runyon running a big operation there, but he will talk to you personally, though.
You need to tell Scotland when she gets older, you find a job that there's always going to be need. Where, like people that cut hair, there's always going to be a need for barbers. There's always going to be ketchup. There's always going to be liquor salesmen. And you got to find something that's always going to be around. Listen to that. Those guys are pretty much guaranteed a job for the next 6 to 7 years. That's a good deal.
Well, I will make sure I put a good word in for her. I'll tell her that, Sip. See if she listens to me or not. Right now, she's just saying mommy and daddy. So we'll take that for a while. It's all good.
It's never too early to sort of impart your wisdom on Scotland.
I know. I'll try to do my best I can. Thanks to Vision Mechanical, vision-mechanical.net. All right. Let me ask you a question, Sip. What are the names Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, and Jimmy Graham mean to you?
I mean, they're good pass catchers, right?
They were great NFL tight ends that also had basketball backgrounds. Antonio Gates was not really seen as a football player. He had an NFL Hall of Fame career. Tony Gonzalez also was a basketball star, ended up having a Hall of Fame NFL career. And teams are trying to keep finding their diamonds in the rough like this, because yesterday the Indianapolis Colts, signed former Notre Dame basketball forward Carson Tout with the idea of converting him to a tight end. He has no football experience in terms of Notre Dame. I think he did play in high school. But these are teams trying to take a chance on guys that are cheap that maybe they can become the next star that was unheralded like Antonio Gates.
Isn't that interesting? I mean, when I saw it on the rundown, the first thing I thought was I would be the curmudgeon in the front office that would say, hey, isn't there anybody with football experience you want to go to? Like, why are we doing the basketball thing?
Oh, he's 6'8". Yeah. Well, does he have any experience here at all?
I mean, leave it to me to push back. But, it's intriguing in the context of the names you laid out there. And you always kind of look at basketball players and wonder about certain guys like Paulo Banchero. Like, you ever see him? Have you ever seen him?
Yeah.
Paulo?
Yeah.
Look at him. Don't tell me he couldn't play football. He's a monster. He's got, he's a big-legged guy. So yeah, there are definitely guys I look at on a basketball floor and say, God, I got to think he could play football.
But I mean, it's just examples of guys of teams trying to, again, this is a low risk thing. If it works out, it's a small salary and a guy that can play. And if you give him, if he works out for a while, then you give him a nice contract. But they're just trying to get creative. I respect it, but it's also annoying at the same time because every team's trying to do something like this.
Yeah, I respect it. I mean, at the end of the day, I do respect it. So we'll see where that goes. I just saw a flash on the screen.
What'd you see?
Nebraska has according to ESPN, Nebraska, a 20% chance to make the Elite Eight.
That's pretty solid for a 4 seed.
Is that pretty solid?
You got to get past the 1 seed. That'd be Florida in the Sweet 16 you'd be playing.
Yeah, probably, unless Florida would get knocked off. Right?
Yes.
20% chance.
Imagine that. Imagine if McNeese does not, if Vandy beats McNeese and then you beat Troy off the bat, you beat Vanderbilt, and you beat Florida, you beat 2 SEC teams back to back. Hello.
I mean, I think it's fun to think about that. you can let your imagination wander a little bit,
I am. It's wandering a lot right now.
Are you wondering a lot about the construction across the street?
I am. That's scaring me. You said there's 4 cranes out and about, so
They're not out and about. They're on the construction site.
Out and about in the site, though.
They're not driving down the road.
Looks like out there. So we'll wrap things up with the spillover next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Bill.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by NIPCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good morning, Breakers. This is Scott Miller from Midwest Bank. When I recently joined Midwest Bank, I was immediately impressed by our exceptional service. My first customer made the switch from a large corporate bank and didn't have to wait in line or call a 1-800 number. We treated him like family. He now visits the bank just to say hello. While other banks go corporate, we stay Nebraska. Visit us at midwest.bank or drop by a branch today. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
In communities like ours, local relationships still matter. At Insight Partners, we believe we are better together. That's why insurance agencies across the Midwest have joined Insight Partners to better serve local customers and communities with all their insurance needs. From personal to commercial or specialty insurance, your local Insight Partners team is here to help protect what matters most. Insight Partners, better together. Learn more at myinspartners.com.
The stretch run is here. On March 18th, Love Nebraska hosts Love Atlanta at Baxter Arena with first serve set for 7 p.m., and every set carries postseason implications. 2 explosive teams meet on one court, trading quick transition, heavy swings, and defensive plays that can shift the match in seconds. Playoff implications on the line as the season winds down. Don't just track the score, feel every rally live. Secure your seats at lovebneb.com/tickets.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
Sandhills Global is growing right here in Lincoln. With our expanding campus and continued growth, we're hiring across a wide range of careers, from interns to experienced professionals. Join the team at Sandhills Global and build your career with competitive pay, great benefits, and real opportunities to grow. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today. That's sandhills.jobs.
Let's fly. Your next trip starts at Lincoln Airport with American Airlines. Now flying nonstop service to Dallas, Fort Worth, and Chicago. American Airlines connects Lincoln to major hubs and destinations around the globe. Wherever you're headed, LNK gets you there with new nonstop flights on American Airlines.
Now boarding.
Convenient, fast, and stress-free. Book your next flight at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Husker fans, baseball is back in Lincoln, and it's time to get your tickets to Nebraska baseball. Catch great matchups all season long as the Huskers take on some of the top teams in the Big Ten, including Indiana, USC, and Iowa. Plus, don't miss midweek action against in-state rival Creighton and regional matchups with Kansas and Kansas State. Bring the whole family. General admission tickets start at just $10 or grab reserved seats for $15. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action this season. Get your tickets today by visiting huskers.com/tickets or by calling 1-800-8-BIG-RED. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Staying healthy and comfortable starts with the air you breathe. If you're noticing more dust, odors, or allergies, it could be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Pure Air starts with cleaner air ducts. Pair with enhanced filtration and purifications options, and the difference is amazing. When the air you breathe is clean and fresh, your home smells fresher, and your family is healthier. Time for cleaner air in your home? Call Bryant for a free estimate. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney location. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. You know what goes well with college basketball and March Madness, Sip. That is chicken fingers and Raising Cane's. Just makes sense.
Oh, God, yes.
Just makes a lot of sense. You sit on the couch Saturday, Sunday, you get yourself some Raising Cane's, you watch basketball. That sounds like a dream to me.
Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, you're living at that point. You're just living.
Like ketchup and mustard just goes together. I mean, come on, basketball and Raising Cane's, the perfect combo.
You think ketchup and mustard go? Yeah, they do. You're right.
Same thing. Reminder, today, 2 more games again in the first 4 in Dayton before the Madness starts tomorrow. Those games, of course, are Prairie View and Lehigh in the 16 seeds at 5:40 on True TV, and Miami of Ohio against SMU at 8:15 on True TV as well. Again, Nebraska baseball also at 2 p.m. in Wichita. Should be a big crowd of Huskers there. 10 straight wins for Nebraska baseball. They went 8-1 last night in Wichita. So I look forward to seeing videos and photos of the amount of Nebraska fans in that stadium today.
Yeah, Will's team's on a roll. They look like an NCAA tournament team to me. Well, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but, they're 15-5. And they're, if you look at their RPI and all that, it looks like they're headed in that direction. That's good news. What else? You're leaving. Oh, wait a second. You're leaving at what time?
Leaving after the show today.
Oh, you're leaving after the show.
Yep.
So you'll get down here and scout out the situation at the Marriott.
Yes, I want you to scout it out also before you go to the Troy, cover Troy at 10:40, just to see what it looks like with the construction around there in that area. we have a lot of people saying they're going to show up for this remote. I'm getting and everything I need will be there. I just need to make sure that we're not going to get hit by a crane over there.
No, we're not going to get hit by a crane. It's across the street in a fenced-off area. It's a big area. I mean, it's an area that there was a convention center, but it's I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the noise is going to be like. You can hear it. It's interesting to me that you can hear it because I don't have my windows open.
I could hear it. I can't hear it now. I could hear it definitely like at 7:00 or something like that.
Yeah, they're ripping up ground over there, Jake.
Well, you got to get work done. Got
Yeah, we got some work done today, right?
We did. And thank you again to Josh Boutwell coming on the show from Troy. He's calling a Troy win. He calls a Troy victory over Nebraska. Thinks they're very physical, and it's going to be a tough matchup for Nebraska. Nebraska plays those type of teams all year long, though. And they did pretty well against most physical teams.
We'll see what this looks like. I guess I'm a little – the thing that – a couple of things I took away from that interview is that he said, like you said, they're physical, but also Theo's saying if they get him back, I mean, Jake, you do have to acknowledge the fact that they got 4, 5, 5 guys in double figures. They get their points from a lot of different places. They're balanced. That's concerning too to me.
That's it for us. The Stool on location tomorrow and Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. at the Courtyard Marriott outside. We will see you then. The Drive is next. Adios.
God bless.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM.